A 1 2 a 1 2 a 1 2 a 1 2 a 1 2 a 1 2 a 1 2 a 1 2. Okay. We sound good. We sound good. We back at it, man. We back at it. It's your boy Friday Ricky Dread here on a Wednesday evening, 6 p.m. as usual. Salute to all of the people who are popping up on Instagram right now. If you see me on the gram, then you know I'm live on YouTube. I'm also live on Facebook as well as on Twitch. So salute to anybody who's popping in on any of those platforms. Big salute to the Comic Gang strong. I see I put up a little poll over here early. I said, did you hit that like or are you a hater with stink feet? And I see a few haters with stink feet already. Damn. How you hate on a video we ain't even seen yet? Damn, my haters are strong. Love my haters though. I'm gonna go through a list of the topics though, and we'll see what's going on over here. We got a lot of things to get into. I want to shed some light on this Jay-Z, Tony Busby, and the accuser lawsuit. Jay-Z has hit them with the reverse Uno, and he has now filed a lawsuit against the accuser as well as the lawyer Tony Busby, who accused him in the Diddy case. I don't feel that had as much attention as the headline in the first place when they first had him there for in the allegations for the R-word case. So I want to shed some light on that most definitely. Also, Drake versus iHeart, that is not over. I want to correct one of the takes that I had the other day, or one of the reports that I did the other day, as far as Drake dropping his the petition versus iHeart when it comes to the payola. It's still happening. Okay, so we're gonna get into that. Also, Drake hates Wack100. All right, we're gonna get into the reasons why, and we'll unpack that as well. What else I got on the list? Top 5 says he has more money than OVO artist. We're definitely going to get into that as well. I want to send a salute to Team East, Sav4X, 100 OTD, everybody over there on Team East. I want to shed some light on them also in this live stream. The Mafia tow truck wars, or the tow truck wars and the Mafia connection. Okay, I want to talk about that. I have a clip that's already floating around right now with a tow truck driver and a tow truck yard owner who I got to do an interview with, and we'll go over that clip as well as a few other things that I've just developed. There was just a couple of shootings that happened yesterday in regards, and they're saying it's in connection to the tow truck wars. So we'll definitely get into that. What else? The tariffs are here, okay? The Trump tariffs are here, or the American tariffs on Canadian products are here, 25% on a bunch of different things. We'll go over that and the responses that Canada has to those tariffs. AI prisoners. Big salute to DJ Czar, aka Borough Sound. He put me on to something going on with prisoners being able to have a choice of using AI instead of doing their time. So we'll definitely get into that as well. And last but not least, we have Toronto Chairboy. We had Toronto Chair Girl once upon a time. Now we got Toronto Chairboy, so we'll get into that. For all the people on Instagram right here, pop out. We're on YouTube, youtube.com/welovehiphop network. Let's get it popping. And for the people over here, salute to y'all. If y'all have anything that y'all want me to talk about, make sure to spam the comments. I put a link this week for anybody who wants to join the conversation. Feel free. Before we, I'll give you all some ground rules when it comes to joining the conversation. Let me cook. Let's review some of these links. I have links for everything that we're going to be talking about today. Everything's all set up and ready to go. But after we go over the links and everything, and we get into the discussion part and the reaction to any of these stories, feel free to chime in. All right. And hit that donation if you want to, you know what I'm saying? It helps your chime in process. Let me give a salute to everybody who's in the building. Make yourself be seen. Big salute to Dark Side. Thank you for the new membership or re-membership right there. Big salute to Underground Nation, who's popping up in the chat from early. We out here, man. Comment gang strong. There's a lot of people live today too, so I see that. I seen that Academics is live right now. I Show Speed is live right now. Aiden Ross is live right now. It's like a live festival. No Jumper is live right now, but I'm not here. I'm live too. All right. We love hip hop. We live over here. Let me do some shares in the background. And while I'm doing that, I want to give a quick salute to the sponsors. Okay. Big salute to Diamond Club as well as Canna Cans. Diamond Club is the carrier of Canna Cans, and they are the freshest of cans. Okay. I got a can right here of that Canna Can. Okay. They keep everything sealed in these cans right here, and they give you delivery across Canada and same day delivery in the GTA. Hit them up on their Instagram page, Canada_Canada1. You could also find them on the Diamond Club Instagram. That's Diamond Club_Ontario. Hit them up on their on the way out. Use the code We Love Hip Hop. Get yourself a fat discount. Also, if you want some of that blem, you got to hit up Steamin' Hot Grabber. Okay, Steamin' Hot Grabber has the hottest grabber in Toronto. They got delivery all over the GTA, quick, fast. You could also find them at George's Convenience over there on the Jane Strip. Okay, make sure to go onto their Instagram page. That's Steamin' Hot Grabber. Hit the link and go to their website. Use the code We Love Hip Hop and get yourself a fat discount. Last but not least, for all my people in Ottawa, big salute to Only Loud. Okay, Only Loud does same day delivery of some of the firest loud, some of their own loud, as well as any of the different legacy blends that you see around in these streets. Hit them up on their Instagram page if you want same day delivery in Ottawa, same day delivery in the GTA. That's Only Loud Canada, and you could also find them on Snapchat, onlyloud.ca. All right, all right, all right, all right. We out here, man. We out here. Who's in the building? Maximus XXL, what up? No Face 74, what up? Rouge Moonchild, what up? Tasha Latina, what up? Let me read this name here. I'm getting old. Malachi Mail, what up? Gucci Ghost, what up? Juicy Hamburger, what up? We out here, man. Kashif Grant, what up? We are out here, man. I'm just doing some shares in the background. Let's get into these news stories, man, because I want to get into this Jay-Z stuff. I feel that Jay-Z, this new lawsuit that he has going on, even though people are talking about it, there are clips moving around in these internet streets. As far as like the different podcasters that have been, when he first got the allegations, and the allegations being the R word from back in 2003 or something like that. I don't remember the exact date. But when those first came in, we were all pretty loud about it. Like, yo, Jay-Z got a weird case. Damn, he's at the Mufasa premiere with the weird case 50 Cent was posting. A lot of people were low-key clowning him. And I feel that once that case was dropped, and they dropped that case a few weeks ago now, and they dropped it with prejudice, right? So they can never bring the case back up again. But I just didn't see the same kind of energy. We talked about it on the podcast, and I even posted a clip on this channel right here. Did nothing. I actually deleted the clip because nobody cared. But we did talk about it on the podcast when the suit got dropped. So Jay was like, you know what? Okay, y'all ain't hearing me. Hold my beer, because I'm going to sue this nigga Busby, and I'm going to sue the chick. So I'm going to run over some clips. I got something from E! News right here. We'll go over that. Busby did respond to the lawsuit as well, but we need to make this just as loud as the original headline, and that never happens, okay? When people see the headline of the crazy case, that is some of the loudest shit that goes. It goes viral, but the retraction never goes viral. So salute to Jay-Z. I know people have mixed feelings about Jigga Man, but come on, man.
He's taking legal action against his rape accuser. The 55-year-old has filed a defamation suit against the woman who alleged in a since withdrawn complaint that Jay-Z and Sean Diddy Combs raped her when she was 13. Jay-Z alleges in the suit obtained by E! News that the woman made false and defamatory statements about him for financial gain. Attorney Tony Busby, his firm, and attorney David Fortney are also listed as defendants in the suit, while the female accuser is listed as Jane Doe. Jay-Z, whose real name is Sean Carter, alleges that his accuser and her lawyers were soullessly motivated by greed, in abject disregard of the truth and the most fundamental precepts of human decency. He also argues all parties caused harm to his reputation, both personal and professional, and that the actions were strategically and tactically calculated and timed to inflict maximum pain and suffering on Mr.
One thing that he did lose, he said, and I don't think they're going to mention in this clip here, but in the lawsuit, they also mentioned the fact that he lost something like $500 million or some ridiculous amount, maybe 50 million. I'll go find the information, but he lost a bunch of money that was supposed to be coming to him in regards to a deal that he was going to make. So this lawsuit, even though it got thrown out, did hurt him.
Mr. Carter. Jay-Z notes in the filings that he does not commence this action lightly, while noting he does not wish to expose his malicious and wrongful accuser's identity in his complaint and seeks to maintain her anonymity as Doe. E-News has reached out to both Busby and Fortney for comment, but has not yet heard back. In December, the woman accused Jay-Z and Combs in a lawsuit of raping her during a party in 2000.
Jesus Christ, they're just using the word.
Shortly after, Jay-Z filed a motion to reveal the name of the plaintiff. However, the motion was denied. Just over 2 months after her filing, Jay-Z's accuser dropped the case, as seen in documents obtained by E-News on February 14th.
February 14th, what was happening? Well, besides Valentine's Day, what was happening February 14th that was a really, really big deal? That was the day that that Drake and Party Next Door dropped their album. Okay, that was a viral thing. That was headlines. What else happened, gang? That was like a major news story that would have made this news story not as big of a story. Don't get me wrong. People did cover it on February 14th. People did announce that the lawsuit did get dropped. It wasn't like crickets. But at the same time, it wasn't as loud as when the charges or the accusations first came in.
Lawsuit, per the filing, was dismissed with prejudice, meaning the plaintiff, as well as her lawyers, won't be able to bring the case to court again. Following the dismissal, Jay-Z shared a statement on the legal victory. A statement posted to Roc Nation's X account at the time read, "The frivolous, fictitious, and appalling allegations have been dismissed. This lawsuit was without merit and never going anywhere. The fictional tale they created was laughable, if not for the seriousness of the claims." He also spoke of the lasting repercussions the suit would have on him and his family, including wife Beyonce and their 3 kids.
Talk about it.
Jay-Z added, "I would not wish this experience on anyone. The trauma that my wife, my children, loved ones, and I have endured can never be dismissed." Combs, meanwhile, remains in jail awaiting his May 5th trial for federal charges of sex trafficking.
So yeah, Combs is still dealing with his shit. And, low-key, this is going to help Diddy when it comes to his case as well. Because, even though he has a whole bunch of other things to deal with, he has the video with Cassie to deal with. This is a W for Diddy as well. Tony Busby is not going to take this line down, obviously. And I do have his response to this lawsuit right here. But I don't know, man. This Busby guy has not been looking at the most credible when it comes to his lawsuits. Not just this lawsuit, some of his other lawsuits that he had before too, right? I think he was the same guy who booked the lawsuit that came with a Lil Rod shit, and the Lil Rod lawsuit sounded just crazy. Let me see. Tasha _ Latina says Top 5 got released on February 14th. Also, yeah. That was big news for over here in Canada as well as in the States, because people keep their eye on what Top 5 is doing. Don De Niro says, no, early live, bro. Regular schedule program. I'm gonna play this Busby thing here because Busby responded. He ain't trying to hear all of this, lawsuit shit, and I'm sure Jay-Z's probably gonna win this. I ain't even gonna hold you, yo. Jay-Z's got a lot of money. He's got a lot of favors. He's got a lot of credibility. People try to start digging up shit during the time when the lawsuit first came to power, where they were like, "Wow, when you look back at some of Jay-Z's lyrics, he do sound kind of weird." Like, that means all the rappers sounded weird then, and still do. We can't do that, man. Myself included. Sometimes we see the headline and we try to add the extra sauce for the content. These are people's lives we're dealing with, especially what Jay-Z was saying, like it affected his family. His kids got to deal with this kind of allegations when they get older. Right now, while they're in school, they're probably like, "Oh, your dad, Jay-Z got a weird case. Why is he around?" Like, nah, B. You got to yell the retraction just as loud as the headline.
In response to in order to leverage a maximum payday. Apparently, Busby thinks differently because, in response to Jay-Z's new lawsuit, Busby would take to Instagram to clear the air on a few rumors, even claiming that this new lawsuit by Jay-Z is more of an intimidation tactic. Along with posting a picture of Oscar Wilde, he would write at length, "I've ignored
I said I don't know I know Busby's represented other people. Okay, my bad. It wasn't Busby for the Lil Rod shit. Thank you, Yolanda. Salute.
the salacious and false stories about me that are nothing more than an
That's what y'all
effort
here
to
for.
deter me from doing my important work. I do think it's important at some point to comment when the truth has been turned upside down.
Jeez.
Here's the deal. I sent a demand for a meeting to Sean Carter's attorney on behalf of two individuals who alleged sexual assault. Rather than meet with me, Carter's team sued me for extortion. Those claims were stupidly frivolous, and I expect they will be thrown out. Note that it was Carter's team that made this whole thing public. Carter's lawyer also came to Houston and met with the local authorities and tried to get criminal charges started against me. That went nowhere. Then they tracked down and harassed former employees and clients from as far back as 20 years. They were caught on
God damn, their team don't play. And the thing is, I believe him. I believe that all of these things that they're saying about Carter's team or Jigga's team, they did that. But they're not playing. You accuse my guy of the R word, bro. We're going to find everything. We're going to try to drag you out into the open. You know what I'm saying? We're going to do everything to make you look crazy and make our client look good. I don't know. I feel like he could understand that as a lawyer.
tape offering up to 10 grand to former clients to sue me. 3 did so. All 3 cases were patently frivolous. 1 case has already been dismissed. I expect the other 2 will also be dismissed because they refused to meet with me, and because I have an obligation to my clients, I brought claims against Carter on behalf of one of the clients in New York. Carter's team filed a meritless motion for sanctions against me, challenged my admission to federal court in New York, and filed a state bar grievance against me. Here's where it gets really nasty. They found my client who filed the lawsuit. They threatened and harassed her. They harassed her family and friends. She has health issues. She has seizures.
God damn, they did all of that? Now that's a little bit different. Busby might got something right there. Even though this case just sounds crazy. Because her throwing out the case, y'all remember when this first happened and they started getting the details. She went on NBC News, did the interview, and the interview just sounded crazy. When she was like, oh yeah, I drove 5 hours, my friend drove me, and then my dad came to pick me up, and while we were driving back 5 hours to Buffalo, if I'm not mistaken, or I forget where she's from. I think it was Buffalo. While she was driving back with her dad, nothing was said in the car. They went and asked the dad for comments on this, and the dad was like, I don't, did it? Maybe? I don't remember. Like, me and Shorty got a lot of issues, but like, I just don't remember that.
Withdrew her case. They then sued her and me again for defamation. They had already sued me for defamation, and most of the cases being thrown out. Pay attention here. They wanted a headline. So in that the new case, they falsely claimed she recanted. She didn't. She hasn't. She won't. I wasn't there when...
Hold on. He said, no, man, she didn't recant, bro. I think she did, bro. I want to read this comment right here. Salute to Yolanda Richardson. She says, but y'all got a problem with Drake suing UMG for defamation and distribution of a song and artwork. Yeah, kind of. me included. It's a little bit different, Yolanda, and this is coming from the quote-unquote OVO lawyer. I might have been fired, to be honest. I might be not on the OVO lawyer payroll. Never was, to be honest. But yeah, it's different. Because that right there with Jay-Z being called the R word or rapist or whatever, I'll just say the goddamn word. Jesus Christ. With that, that's a whole other thing. There's not like Jay-Z is engaged in a rap battle with this woman and they're all saying wild shit to each other. And that's one of the things that was said. And now man's turning around and filing a lawsuit. That's a whole different thing. And I do understand the ramifications of calling somebody a PDF file when it comes to this Kendrick Lamar and Drake shit. It's crazy. But we're in a mudslinging contest. And when rappers lie, both sides. So it's kind of a false equivalency, in my opinion. Y'all let me know if you think that kind of is the same thing in the comments, but I feel that's kind of a false equivalency when it comes to this case here in particular. All right, but I'm okay being wrong.
Things she claims happened to her allegedly happened. I'm just her lawyer. I will send her case by another firm and vetted it myself and with multiple lawyers on my team. The approach here by Carter's team is unprecedented. It reeks of desperation. Wonder why? We won't be bullied or intimidated.
We won't be bullied.
What do you guys think about the reactions from Dame Dash and Tony Busby regarding the now dropped case from Jay-Z's lawsuit? And what are your thoughts on Jay-Z now suing them for defamation?
Okay, we got it. So yeah, Jay-Z, he wanted back in blood. I don't blame him. These are the types of things that you have to do when it comes to these allegations. Now me just saying that, you're making me think, Yolanda. You're making me think. All right, I mess with you heavy, yo. I ain't gonna lie. You're making me think, because that's a wild allegation to throw on somebody. Like, you're R-pist, R-word pissed. You're a PDF file. Like, ooh, jeez, especially when the shit don't be true. Oh, yeah, I can understand to a degree where Drake is coming from. The fact that it's engaged in a rap battle kind of dilutes it for me, where it's like, well, bro, you shouldn't have engaged in a rap battle. Where when it comes to Jay-Z, he was just minding his business, being rich, doing businesses, and all of a sudden, out of the blue, and he's watching Diddy go through his bullshit, and he's like, okay, sucks for Diddy. And all of a sudden, they're like, oh yeah, you too? Yeah, you got to stomp that out, man. You got to stomp the hell out of that case. You got to make sure to stomp the case out and sue the other person ASAP, just to make sure that's like, yo, bro, don't ever, 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 ever try to put those kind of allegations on me. Now, as far as like in a rap battle, niggas say some foul shit to each other in a rap battle. Okay? It just kind of comes with the territory. I always go back to when I'm having my debates, when Jay-Z himself talking about, I left condoms on your baby seat. Even though he apologized, it was something that he had to apologize for because that was some wild shit to say. Okay? Can we do a thought experiment, gang? If Jay-Z didn't apologize, like if he didn't listen to his mom Dukes and he didn't apologize for using that baby seat, the condoms on the baby seat line towards Nas, would Nas have sued Jay-Z in those times? 1 in the chat if it's a yes. 2 in the chat if it's a hell nah. Nas wouldn't be suing nobody. Okay, let me know. I'll repeat. If Jay's mom never said anything about Super Ugly, would Nas be suing today? 1 in the chat if it's a yes. Nas would be like, what? You said what about my baby mother? About my child? About Destiny? Because that's his fighting words. You feel me? Like, it's not, he did a double or triple entendre. Like, he's shitting on dude's baby mom because he used to smash Nas's baby mom. And he's shitting on the kid. So he's talking shit about Nas's kid, bro. If you really want to kind of do almost reaching violation, but not a reaching violation. He's talking about Nas's kid. If Jay's mom didn't say, yo, Sean, you have to relax, boy. I think she had like a Caribbean accent, no? Would Nas have been like, yo, bro, you went too far, man. Lawsuit up. Comic gang strong. Salute Brent Turpin. Chillmonger said, put the 2 in there. C Dizzle. He's not buying it. Gucci Ghost 33 says different thing. How? That's mudslinging, bro. Man, they're saying some foul shit to each other, bro. Wait a minute. Didn't somebody say something about Haley in a rap? Common Gang Strong. Who said something about Eminem's daughter in a rap at one point? And Eminem was ready to go crazy. Oh, I know he went crazy on ICP, on Insane Clown Posse. He gun butted one of them niggas. Right? Like he took it from off of the wax to the streets. So when I see you, it's on sight. Benzino, Ja Rule. That's a violation, fam. You're talking about the man's daughter, bro? Holy. I'm not trying to go sidetrack from this Jay-Z thing here, but when it comes to lawsuits, Jay-Z had to do this because this wasn't in the context of a rap battle. When it comes to a rap battle now, if you ain't happy with the shit that's being said, nigga, go take it to the streets, nigga. I'm not trying to incite violence or anything, but bruh, if you're not happy with the words that were said about you in a rap battle, go pick up a gun and feed your family, my nigga. I'm sorry, bro. Go deal with it when you see them. When it's on, it's up. It's up and it's stuck. When I see you, it's on sight. All those signs there, all those different catchphrases, we on that now. We ain't going to police. When I see you, I'm crashing out. We risking it all. You called me a PDF file on my track? All right, bro. I'm coming to LA. I'll be up there just now. Air Drake, yo, fuel up the jet. Let's go. We gonna crash out on this nigga. I'm saying, listen, I'm joking. I'm being sarcastic, but at the same time, that's what niggas want you to do, right? You know, don't go into courtrooms. I know you've been lost millions of dollars from this rap battle, but don't go into courtrooms. Go pick up the strap, bro. Slide, nigga. You know what I'm saying? So listen, we're getting too sidetracked now. Let's get back to the center. You know, we got to do the weave, like Trump says. Salute to Jay-Z, rightfully so. Get your money, and listen, man. Have no mercy when it comes to this shit, bro. You can't have people out here making you lose crazy money, making you lose credibility when it comes to the hip hop audience, because a lot of people depend on Jay-Z. And I'm not talking about the Rock Nation conspiracy to like take guys out like Tory Lanez and stuff. I'm talking about just a lot of artists have been able to depend on Jay-Z to come to their defense when it comes to management. He's been able to put people on Super Bowl stages because he works with the NFL. Like, come on, fam. We can't afford to lose Jay-Z. You know what I mean? Like, we just can't afford to lose him. But yeah, salute to Jigga, man. Jigga. Let me see what y'all are saying here, because y'all are going off, yo. Being called a PDF is the worst thing. And salute to 88ZZ. Says being called a PDF is the worst thing in the world. There's no equivalent. Drake was right to sue and get money. Hey, I'm not gonna tell y'all not to have your opinions, yo. Andy says, autoplay just play this live on its own. I was busy taking care of the twin daughter. Oh, I ain't gonna put all your personal business on the screen. My bad. Curry Goat says being called a PDF is absolutely the worst thing in an artist, but other artists during their beefs never had as many questionable interactions as Drake has. he made it too easy for Kendrick. Kendrick wasn't the first person to call him that. When you really backtrack about it, it's probably Joe Budden was the first person to call him on that shit. Hence why he said, yo, said that he liked girls, said that he liked young girls, say I heard it on the Budden podcast in the tailor-made freestyle. I'm just saying, we can't rewrite history. This shit happened already. We ain't going back to that though. Actually, we are staying on that because I'm gonna get into this Drake iHeart lawsuit stuff. I want to give a big salute to Curtis King because we did the interview the other day, and I was asking him about Drake retracting the lawsuit. I'll pull up the clip and make sure to go run up that interview with Curtis King. Big salute to him. Yeah, we had a great discussion about a bunch of different things, but one of the discussion points was the lawsuit and the retraction of said lawsuit. And I made a mistake because when I titled that first, I said, Curtis King on Drake retracting lawsuit. Curtis King on Drake retracting lawsuit versus iHeart. He actually didn't retract the lawsuit. I'll play a little clip of it. I think it's around here.
What side? Somebody else seems to be getting more prioritized because they have a song that's taking off because these companies are not loyal to you.
I think it's right. See it? You know what I'm saying? Because I just don't. I'm not feeling it neither. But I'm as a supporter of Drake, as somebody who fucks with Drake. You know what I'm saying? I just don't want to be like, yo, bro, what are you doing? But in my mind, or like I've said publicly, what are you doing? However, right now he did take away the he did retract the other part of the suit. The one versus iHeart for payola. Why do you think that happened? And they settled out, or they decided amicably to not pursue that lawsuit
because payola exists.
Yeah, well, yeah, for sure.
and it doesn't just exist for the scenario that they're trying to focus on. It exists for everybody who plays this game.
Yes.
Do you really want court documents pulling through all of this paperwork? Like, to me, someone said it, this is classic narcissist. I was able to enjoy the benefits of being the golden child when it was my time. Now that the tables have turned, let's change the whole thing. Let's get revolutionary. No, that's not revolutionary. That's like joining in white supremacy and then saying we need to take down this regime after I'm rich. No.
So yeah, that happened. And yes, I will answer your question, Missy 777. So Missy 777 asked, how did you feel about Curtis King talking to GTV Network? I didn't feel anything. Salute to them for pulling that interview off. I will say this, and I rarely say anything when it comes to those guys over there. Like, I'm not here to hate on anybody else having a network, okay? I want there to be as many Toronto platforms as possible. But I will say this about that that content. It's kind of divisive in the way where the only reason the content was created is because I went and stepped in shit. And that's fine. I step in shit all the time. Right? Guess what? Friday goes viral for the shit that comes out of his mouth. Newsflash. But to make content where it's like, you know what? We don't want him around type shit anymore. Like I see everything. Okay. I heard the whole things about, like, you know, his opinions are kind of different, or maybe doesn't hit as well, or maybe people don't like his wild takes because he's not from here. He's from Montreal. I hate having to justify my Toronto time and the amount of years that I've lived here. You know, I moved here back in 1997. Does that make me Toronto man enough? Like, to me, it doesn't matter. And to that, I say this. Salute to Toronto, and I love Toronto, or I wouldn't be here so long. I have no plans on moving back to Montreal. I have business in Montreal, but I'm not moving back there. I'm staying here for the foreseeable future until I actually move to America at one point in time. Okay? But I think that it's an advantage for me, for what I do here in Toronto, to not have been born here, to not have gone to high school here, because then it adds an extra bias when it comes to Toronto matters, when it comes to my interview process and the people who I choose to be on the podcast. I have no bias. I have no allegiance. I'm not from a lot of people connect me with Parkdale, and that's, my own fault, because I claim Parkdale. Okay, Parkdale claims me, but I'm not from there originally. I'm not as Parkdale as one of the guys there. I'm not as Parkdale as PK Herc. I'll never say that shit. You know what I'm saying? Because I didn't go to school over here and have all those connections. So I look at that as a bonus, because like when it comes to booking an interview, I'm never going to book an interview just because I used to smash that chick. I'm never going to book an interview because, we're brethren from time, bro. How you ain't have me on the show? Yeah, with me, yes, I do have brethren from time, but they're all people who I've met through making music when I was an artist or something like that, doing management. We're not brethren because we went to school together. We're not brethren because we used to be in the same basketball program. None of that shit. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like when it comes to that, it adds an extra bias when it comes to content creators over here. It also, and people will say I'm obtuse, but I'm not. It makes us obtuse. When we have a take that's pro-Toronto, we got to stand on that because Toronto. When you see me defending Drake on certain matters, I'm defending him on those certain matters. I'm not defending him as a whole. I defend Drake on a case-by-case basis. If Drake does some fuck shit, I'm not defending that. If any of these PDF allegations were actually true, you think I'd be here saying, like, come on, fam, you guys going a little bit too far calling him that. No, if there was founded evidence and an arrest and a conviction that he was, you think I'd be defending that man? You're crazy. When the whole thing happened with the whole Chris Blake Griffin guy, I didn't defend that nigga. All right? You got caught with your hand in the cookie jar. Suck garbage. What am I going to be like? Well, Drake didn't lie because, no, he lied. He lied to academics. And we talked about it on the podcast, and then we kept it moving. You feel me? So I'll close that by saying this, and then we're going to move on to the segment for real. Make content. We need as many content creators as possible over here in Toronto. But we can't have a bunch of content creators who are all trying to tear each other down. Because then when that happens, and then everybody's like, yo, you not like us. Guess what? They right. We ain't like them. Because guess what they're doing over there? Staying unified. Guess what they're doing over there? Staying on code. Guess what they're doing over there? Riding together as a unified force because of a song. We ain't doing none of that shit. Our rappers are divided. Our podcasters are divided. And the content creators. So that's not a stunt to shit on Friday. It just makes y'all look crazy. Yeah. Y'all can go make 100 clips out of that now. You're welcome. Anyhow, let's get into this Drake iHeart shit for real. Because, yes, based on the Curtis King conversation, there was some, I was wrong with the titling. I changed the titling, but I only found out actually in real time when I was going through some of the news stories online, and I was like, oh shit, he didn't drop the lawsuit. 1 second. 88ZZ says, get Director X on the podcast. I adore him. He's been on the podcast actually about 2 years ago. Around the time when he did the Robin Hood series, I had him on the pod. Go check it out. Go put in Director X in the search engine. You find that. Scene. Let me pull up this thing that I have on this Drake stuff. We interviewed everybody, yo. Sorry, we out here, man. Not to you. I ain't dissing you. I'm saying to them. We interviewed everybody.
We heard news that Drake had settled his lawsuit with iHeart. That's not actually what happened. It's a lot more complicated than that. Let's break it down. So Nancy Dillon reporting what really happened here. First, what Nancy's report says is that there was no monetary settlement. Nobody paid anyone. What happened is iHeart gave Drake's team some documents. Drake's team said, okay, we're all done here. that makes sense because this was not a lawsuit. This was a petition. Drake's team had gone to a Texas court and said that under the law, we have the right to request certain information from Universal Music Group and iHeart Radio in anticipation of a lawsuit that we plan to file. When you have money and the right lawyers and you understand how this stuff works, you can actually go and make a claim in court saying that, hey, court, tell that person to give me some of these records, or tell that person to come answer these questions under oath, because I think I need to sue him, but before I need to get some information. And so in this case, that seems to be exactly what happened. Drake made this petition for information from both iHeart and Universal. He seems to have gotten whatever he needed from iHeart, and now iHeart is out of this action, this proceeding. Universal continues to be in it. Drake will be looking to get some information from them, and potentially there will be a lawsuit coming down the line against maybe iHeart, against maybe Universal, against maybe both, arguing that the reason why Kendrick Lamar, I'm not quite sure what they're going to argue, but they're going to make some arguments. Last week, we heard news that Drake had settled his lawsuit with
So I'm making a poll right now asking, are these lawsuits, petitions, whatever you want to call them, okay? I'll just put them under lawsuits for now. A good idea, because they're petitions that are looking to be lawsuits. All right, you heard what Mo Gagnon just said over here. He said that the lawsuit or the petition against iHeart isn't exactly retracted. However, you know, he's still going to be looking to get some information from them, and this still can become a case. All right. Let me see what y'all are saying, because y'all, I think a lot of people in my audience, and to be honest, I have a very pro Drake audience, so people, it's not always going to be the best litmus test as far as who, you know, what people think. Okay, we got pro Kendrick people in here too, right? This is all about Not Like Us. So I guess the allegations when it comes to iHeart is getting paid the extra bag to be able to boost the plays of that song. Do you guys feel that you hear that song on the radio more than other songs? Let me know. One in the chat if you felt like, especially during that time. We'll backtrack to, let's say, June of 2024. Do you feel that you heard Not Like Us more excessively than you heard any other song ever in history? Okay, I'm talking about Sabrina Carpenter, all that other shit that's on the radio. For anybody who does peep into radio, one in the chat if you felt like that was like a little overkill. Two in the chat if it just sounded like a regular rotation of any top 40 song. You know what I'm saying? Let me see what y'all are saying over here. Call me gang strong. Because I don't know, man. Drake might have something. You know what I'm saying? Drake might have something with this suit. If you guys are boosting the song like this so crazy with the A minor and all that other shit, and it's actually gotten out of control, B. Talk about cultural phenomenon. Like, let me pull up something for y'all, because it's actually gotten so crazy. You know, I'm seeing people do all of these dances to it from the Super Bowl shit, because the Super Bowl was just the extra icing on top of this shit, right? Let me see where is this shit? Right here.
Halfway through the show, which means it's time for Kendrick Lamar to come out and call Drake a pedophile. Don't worry, I'm lawyered up. Anyway.
Like, this is, it's spread. So I could understand why this has gotten under Drake's skin at this point. Yo, let me see what y'all are saying for real. If there's a link that's at the top of the chat right now for anybody who wants to join the conversation, who wants to add anything onto this right here. But like, I don't know, bro. I'm kind of divided on this. The hip hop part of me is like, listen, man, we don't be doing no lawsuits over no diss tracks, fam. It's just not a thing. Complex Cities wants to. You could join. Hit the link at the top of the chat. I have it pinned at the top of the chat. Join the conversation here, man. Yeah, the hip hop part of me is like, bro, you're suing over a diss track? Like I was just saying earlier with the Jay-Z shit. Like, I don't think Nas would have sued over the condoms on the baby seat line. Eminem never sued for the amount of time that people mentioned his daughter on a track. But those guys also, those guys weren't losing huge amounts of money from the allegations of what they were saying about Haley on the song. Jay-Z didn't lose one dime off of Nas saying, Nas didn't lose a dime off of Jay-Z saying, I left condoms on your baby seat. That didn't happen. Hip Hop 1 wasn't at that place. And even if you were to take that time and then transfer it over to 2024, 2025, those allegations ain't enough to be like, you know what? Okay, so what? You smashed this guy's baby moms? All right. Jay-Z ain't going to lose no money or no sleep over that shit. And I've never actually heard somebody get called a PDF file on a track before. Have you? Comment Gang Strong. Have you ever heard somebody get called a PDF file on a track before? Like for real, for real. I know the K-bots are going to be like, yo, he provided the content. He gave them the ammo. But like, did he give him the ammo or like, yes, they had the video of him kissing the girl on stage back in the days. They used the Millie Bobby Brown shit against him. But do you have any substantiated proof that the man is a PDF file, that he's out here fucking children? Like, come on. You know what I'm saying? So when you go out and call somebody that, which, listen, it's all fair in love and war. I know that Drake mentioned the man's wife. He mentioned his kids. The gloves are off. But, bruh, I really don't think I've ever heard, and I'm just asking the question. I'm not asking you what's too far and what's not too far. I'm asking you guys the question. Have you ever heard anybody get called a PDF file on a song before? Just for research purposes. We'll do this to make it easy for y'all. One in the chat if you've heard at least one song out there where they're like, yo, you don't remember that other song by such and such, where he called them a whole PDF? 2 in the chat if you've never heard this before. He didn't call Baca the pedo, bro. And I know people are going to get technical and said it was certified lover boy, certified PDS, plural. I get that. Right? We can do semantics when it comes to this shit. But bruh, I just never heard it before. Now, whether I think it's crossing the line or not, that's a whole different story. I really don't think it's crossing the line. It's wild. It's defamatory, definitely defamatory, but defamatory in the context of what? There's a lot of niggas who say in their tracks, yo, I'm going to shoot you in the face, come shoot up your block over in the diss tracks. You know what I'm saying? I'm not talking about the drill rappers. I'm talking about gangster rappers from back in the days. Nas and Jay, Prodigy, all these guys talking about how they're going to overkill Jay-Z when they see him. Does Jay-Z say, you know what? Prodigy say he's going to kill me when he sees me. He's uttering death threats. I'm just saying. There's we got to choose our battles. But listen, man, the case is still on. Salute to Drake. Go get your money, bro. I don't have to agree with everything the nigga do. That's where I'm at, yo. A lot of people expect me to just agree with everything that Drake does because I'm from Toronto. Or maybe you just don't, maybe you just don't know what the hell you're talking about because you're from Montreal. But from what I see, it don't sound like it ain't hip hop. But if we're beyond hip hop, This is a beyond hip hop type of thing, even though it came through in the context of hip hop. Got you, dog. Do what you got to do, bro. I ain't the one sitting on a gajillion dollars, $1 billion, bro. Who knows if I was sitting on the same money to what I would have done, right? And any of y'all in the chat, anybody who disagrees, because it seems like everybody agrees with the lawsuit. I'm not even. It's like a Drake echo chamber in here right now. But like anybody who's dealing with that position of money and power, somebody try to say something that could really defame your character, you're probably going to take action too. Okay. A lot of people are like, I would never sue anybody over a diss track. Yeah, until you become a billionaire and then somebody says, that $1 or $500 million deal that I was going to do with you, I don't know if I can do that with you because that Not Like Us song, that shit hits, bro. Whoo, they not like us. A minor. Oh yes. Well, hey, come back in about 2 years when your reputation is a little cleaner, bro. Sorry, can't do it right now. I'd be like, what? Yo. Honestly, the ignorant part of me ought to have been like, what? Let me go ride and go slap up this nigga. You know what I'm saying? But you can't do that when you're in Drake's position. You can't go slide on a nigga, bro. You got to go to the court and let your lawyer slide on them. So, salute to Drizzy Drake, man. Do what you got to do, bro. Staying on Drake. This is a Draked out live stream today. I'm not going to do bare Drake stories, but there is a lot of shit going on. This is not really a Drake story. This is more of a Wack100 story. Okay. There was the whole thing that happened with Wack100 in Top 5 months ago, where Wack was like, I got the content. Let me see how we do this. You see this USB right here? On this USB, that boy Drake, he gonna want to see this. Because on this right here, on Paru, this might sink Drake's career. Because I got the content. All right, y'all remember that? Hold on a second. Yes,
sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
What's going on, man? Complex City in the building. What are you saying, brother?
All I gotta add, that Wack100 top 5, all these old streams that academics used to stream, be active, they're all resurfacing, and they might bite him in the ass. Probably why he was off ping for a while. The second thing I would like to say is shout out, for having me on the stream. It's my first time, so shout out for all the work you've been doing.
Salute. Thank you, brother. Thank you, man.
But I honestly do believe it's gonna all these streams he used to do with Julian CEO, with all those streams are gonna come back, and they're gonna I can't lie, I reposted certain streams and they're biting. You know what I'm saying? There's old academic streams, people are rewatching it. They're like, yo, hold on. So,
it's not only there, don't stop there. If you really take a look and you go on this guy Julian's page, he never stopped.
Yeah, never stopped. He even is trying to start a whole stream studio or stream media empire with this Turbo X streams. He was asking a lot of people if they want to be streamers. He wanted to do his little internet mafia thing. I follow him very closely. Actually, I reposted his stream today. It did pretty good because he still. I still think that Top 5 did a little thing because even on the stream, academic said Top 5, you're looking more rich, man. What's going on? And then after that, he literally had Julian on the stream at the same time, and then they're trying to play it off like they're eating off his money,
Yeah. Well, listen, I don't know about all of those details, but I know that this guy has been still acting like he wants his money. He's been posting some pretty wild shit that I ain't even gonna repost over here on the channel.
Even doxed the man, doxed the whole passport, doxed Top 5 passport.
That's wild.
So if he was able to do all these things, and he has some behind the scenes footage of them, of press, all these little things, I don't know. These things might be coming back to bite them. Bite them.
And those live streams, no matter how much a man might take down his own stream after because it got hot, there's niggas screen recording that shit, myself included.
Myself too. Complex City Nation, my whole thing is about screen recording. The other day, someone said top 5 song got deleted. Bro,
Mhm.
I'm like, that's cap. I go check. I still have it. First instinct, I'm like, okay, if they say they got deleted, let me screen record that. I
Yeah,
screen recorded it, and then I refresh, gone. I was like,
gone.
holy. So
Uh,
there's a whole industry with the screen recording with all these little pages. So I'm trying to tap into these things. So guys, what do you do? What you do online? There's always a man screen recorded. It's easy to get canceled.
It lives forever. It lives forever. Well, listen, brother, I'm gonna continue on the story. Salute to
One
you.
love, one love. Salute. And yo, shout out to Bro Sound TV. Yo, this guy, yo, this guy's he's about to blow up, man.
That's my brother right there. Salute to DJ Zard.
DJ, yeah, holla.
All right, brother. Peace. Salute to Complex over there, man. Okay, we're gonna go over this thing here because even what we were just talking about right there, it got real messy, myself included. All right, I got it all into the mix. I'm on the actual USB, the content that Wack was talking about. But after that whole debacle went down, and Wack was talking about this whole thing about the content because he was trying to make it like, yo, I'm trying to help Drake. Drake needs to see this because I messed with Drake. Drake got me tickets for me and my kids to his concert. We done business from the time with Game when they did the 100 track. Like, we got long ties, Cash Money West, because Wack has some connections with Birdman. So Wack really thought that Drake was feeling him like that. Drake don't like that nigga. And I think he stopped liking that nigga a while ago. I'll tell you, even personally, from my own conversations with Drizzy myself, he don't like that nigga. And the evidence is out now. And I'll tell you this. I had a conversation with Drizzy, and he doesn't like Wack100, okay? But I just don't take my conversations and make them public like the rest of these niggas. But now that it is public, yes, we had the same conversation. He don't fuck with Wack.
Hey, listen, I was somewhere for fucking 15 minutes and Wack had it on the show. Why, as it was happening?
This is what happens when I listen to voice notes around Break Baby.
So who's bigger than Dot? There's only one person I can think of that's bigger than Dot.
I mean,
Big
they
as the
say
what?
he's bigger than Dot, but
Big as
you
the
already
what?
know. So Rake.
Yeah.
They say my boy Rake.
Harlake.
Yeah. Drake ain't feeling Wack100. I'm gonna stop beating around the bush. Drake, I eavesdropped. My boy Mellow Yellow is trying to question the gangsterism.
They call me Mellow Yellow. That's the man called it Mellow Yellow. That's crazy.
Of Wack100.
As long as you're going to put it out there, I'll decode it. I was tapped in with, had a nice conversation with the man himself, Drake. And he brought up a conversational point that was raised on this podcast that realistically didn't really get a resolution or we didn't get answers. The thing he was bringing up was the fact that at one point, Wack was holding a USB and basically saying that he had career-ending info about Drake. And so Drake did his due diligence, found out what it supposedly was. He doesn't seem worried at all about it.
Yeah.
But the accusation was that basically Wack had evidence of Drake ordering in a hat.
And just to clarify, because these guys never actually said what's on the USB, what was on the USB was a conversation, a FaceTime conversation between Wack100, Hit a J3, myself, and somebody else. And the conversation got heated. Okay? Niggas is popping they shit. Niggas is on both sides was pulling out fake shit. And it is what it is. That was already explained in the academics live stream. So I don't even know why they're beating around the bush about the shit anymore. Niggas has already explained the shit was prop shit. Okay? And the funny thing about it, and I'll continue the clip. The funny thing about it, Wack100 was running around with his USB like he got something over Top 5's head. But at the same time, there was shit that them niggas is doing on the same goddamn shit, bro. So if you're trying to put something over this nigga's head, he could have done the same thing to you. The only difference is Top 5 ain't running around here, and people might be like, yo, how you going to defend Top 5? Top 5 ain't running around here acting like a rat. Top 5 doesn't get the name Rat100 called on him. Some people do call him a rat for whatever. He has not been on record ratting on anybody or pulling out content that if you see this content, it's really going to change shit. Change what? Put niggas in jail? Some trash-ass content then. What a gangster doing with that? What a Pyru doing with that? Think about it, gang.
Trying to get a hat or two of them.
He was on the Lids online store trying to get a hat.
Yeah.
And Drake's question for me was just basically like, what was the plan there? What does a street dude do? Even if Wack did have that.
His exact words was, what was he gonna turn it over? Because what else can you do as a street dude with that type of evidence on me? Where
right? He's going to plug it into the police computer and be like, see? Look, police. And the worst part about it, it wasn't even something that can get Drake fucked up. It was something that can get Top 5 messed up, yo. So he was capping on the first place. The only thing, and the only reason he used Drake's name was for the clicks. Okay, let's be real. You put Drake and Top 5 in a title, bomb, clicks out the sky. So the only reason he used Drake's name into I got the content is because Top 5 was running around saying I'm Drake Shooter, I'm Drake Shooter. So if they see what's on this content, you know, Drake needs to see this because, you know, he needs to see this. He was being so vague that it made it seem like there was some kind of lewd, weird content that Drake needs to get his hands on before it gets out to the world. You just make yourself look crazy, bro, rather than, you know, having the content.
Where is that going to end my career?
It's like viral souffle, nothing on the inside.
Anywhere but.
I think it's a fair question
with
to ask.
The people. Like, what were you going to do with that? What was your next step with that evidence, my boy? Because
My boy.
My boy.
If you know, you know.
Subscribe to my channel.
He's officially a tuna. He's officially a turned up non-affiliate.
Yeah, you're right. Big salute to Yolanda Richardson. She says, stop talking to Wack100. I haven't spoken to Wack since. Facts. He's a West Coast gang promoter. He doesn't like Drake on Pyru. I apologized before. I'm not going to do it again. All right. I ain't apologizing again. But I apologized before about that, my mishap that happened with me talking to Wack100. Not for me talking to him, but for the contents of said conversation. It was over the line. However, people talk to him because he's connected. People talk to him because, you know, he's got a bunch of, and I'm not talking about street connected. I'm talking about connected within the industry. You know, he's over there at No Jumper, the biggest West Coast platform. He's got a big platform himself. He's got connections. But at the time when I was having a conversation with him, I didn't realize that he didn't like Drake. You know what I'm saying? And to be honest, I didn't realize that Drake didn't like him. But now that I see everything as the smoke clears, I can see why Drake don't like him. And to be honest, I can see why Drake don't fuck with me like that either. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. It's a wild, dirty game. And if you play in the mud with pigs, you're gonna get dirty. So Wack100 right now, when it comes to this whole thing, he's kind of diluted his reputation more than he already had from before. I'll continue this right here because they get into a little bit more.
100%.
Best YouTube channel.
Don't try to understand what we're saying.
Best YouTube channel ever.
Yeah, you have to watch last week's episode if you want to understand. But okay, Wack, Drake, No Jumper. We could probably find the clip. Shit. I guess we talk about Drake so
Is
much.
there is there a specific?
Yeah, right here. Wack claims he has career-ending info about Drake on this hard drive 2 months ago.
That he got from Reggie.
But
Wright.
what I would guess, okay, just
Or
to play
Greg
devil's
Caden.
devil's
One of the two.
advocate, is it somebody? Is he ordering a hat of somebody that the community reveres or holds to a high?
He wasn't ordering the hat.
No, of course. I'm
So
saying
how do we
allegedly.
know the details?
No, I'm saying like what is Wack implying? What is Wack trying to imply?
So Wack didn't imply what it was. Drake informed me of what.
Don't worry, I just told you guys. Okay, y'all can run back this live stream right here. I just told you, and it wasn't nothing. It wasn't nothing to write home about.
He
Wack
thought it was.
Thought it was. I don't know if it was AI. I do know that when Wack was talking about it, R&B was sitting right there, and she was nodding her head and agreeing like she had heard the thing that he was convinced that he had heard.
So check this though, right?
Catch it though.
Catch it though.
Catch it though.
Catch it though.
You know what just hit me? And we'll get back to this clip in a second. How the hell did I end up in all these messes, man? Jesus Christ. Because who would have thunk that how many months later, this USB that they're talking about, that I was actually on the goddamn USB. They talking about Drake. They talk about, they don't talk about top 5 in this one. They mainly talk about Drake, but it was a Drake top 5 USB. Oh my God. But the only reason I was involved in this story at all is because I was on the actual goddamn USB, and I was like, bro, what are you talking about? What's this content that you're about to release? I didn't know that niggas would be over there just screen recording their FaceTime calls or recording their FaceTime calls on some whack shit. So that's why I feel like I have some importance. I place importance on this matter here about the content, the USB. Because if that quote unquote USB was supposed to go out and incriminate people and put people in jail, then I gotta be looking out my window too. Like, yo, is that a cop car parked out there? You know what I'm saying? So I'm invested. My bad. If I wasn't there, it would just be me just talking about it from the outside. But when you're actually there, it's like, oh shit, man. How are we still talking about this content or the content? Jesus Christ.
All right. So if he got this, or Drake, if Drake told you that he's willing in the near future because he respects your craft and you give a lot of people a shot, he gave them flowers. I'm not gonna leave that out. He gave out. It was a plethora of flowers that he gave to Adam.
Feedback sandwich.
But
the door has not closed on the Drake No Jumper interview.
No,
anything is possible.
If you don't get an answer, he's not doing it. I said we
so you're
fire
saying
Wack
I gotta
for the
go
energy.
full detective mode.
Oh yeah, you gotta get
okay.
He said, and he wants an answer. Like that's all he wants is an answer. What was you gonna do with that?
He was asking a question. It seemed like it was an
And
inquiry.
he said, like, can you please give me? He pled for the answer. So I hope
that's a good question though, and I'll reiterate. Okay, you got the content. What was you gonna do with it? Like really and truly, what was you gonna do with said content? Where were we gonna premiere the content? Were we gonna put it up on Clubhouse and play the audio of it on Clubhouse that nobody can see? Were we gonna get on Twitter Spaces? I know these guys do YouTube Live now. Okay, I see the 100 show or the Exposer show on YouTube Live where you pulled it up on the screen. Got R&B, yo, R&B, pull that up on the screen for me. Let's show them what's on that USB. Then what? What happens then? Then you just twiddle your thumbs and just wait for the cops to come? Because they ain't going to go to Drake's house. Really think about that, Wack. If said USB was exposed, because you wanted the exposers, then what? Let's do a thought experiment. Let's think this out. We plug in the USB, we show the world. What happens then? Even y'all, comment gang strong. What happens then once we show the contents of said USB to the world? Does Drake go to jail? Does a bunch of cop cars go over to the embassy? Said this guy said he was your shooter. Right? No, B. That's not going to happen. Nobody's going to the embassy because of what's going on the USB. It's not something that Drake needs to be concerned about. Because Top 5 said he was his shooter. He said it on Aiden Ross's stream. He said it on Bare Places. Yo, I'm Drake's shooter. So who cares if he said it on a USB? You feel me? Dropping Science Podcast wants to know, didn't you do snitching by talking to Wack, Drake's and Top 5's business? Yes. And I apologize for that already. It was wrong. See? Grown men. We can take accountability. Right? But it doesn't take away from the fact that what was going to happen with said USB once everybody gets to see the shit. All it's going to equal out is niggas go to jail. Probably myself included, just for being there. And then get out of jail because it's nothing. Then what? You report on, you talk about it on No Jumper next week? Yo, I showed the USB. I heard Top 5 went to jail. I heard that Friday guy went to jail too. All right. You know what? Actually, let me retract that. Because I didn't snitch to nobody. I had a behind the scenes conversation with somebody I wasn't supposed to have a conversation with, like I have with multiple people in the music industry and the entertainment business. We have multiple conversations behind the scenes about things that don't get in front of the scenes. Maybe about 20% of the things that I know about the music industry, like, really get onto these microphones. And a lot of the other shit that happens behind the scenes, I don't talk about because it's just not to be talked about. The conversations that I have with West Coast people outside of Wack100 that couple times, we talk about way more shit than what happened with the contents of what came out in that Wack100 conversation. The person who is the snitch is Wack100. Let's do that. Not me. Yeah, I had a conversation behind the scenes with somebody about information or stuff that we shouldn't have been talking about. But guess what? The only reason y'all know about it because somebody snitched and said, guess what we were talking about in private. That's snitch shit. So if y'all want to call me a snitch, guess what? You're using the term wrong. I had a private conversation and a snitch made it public. No, I got film. They never clipped that. They never clipped what really happened of me having a private conversation with somebody who's an untrustworthy snitch, who runs and takes private conversations on a regular basis and makes them public. And academics, you ain't no better neither, bro. Because you read the shit and you could have blanked out the name, but you don't fuck with me like that, so you read it anyway. How about that? Let's get real in 2025. I told y'all niggas, we've been real for the last 8 years, but we're gonna get mega real in 2025 and say what the hell's on my mind. Maybe that's why I keep on getting in trouble, because I don't hold my tongue. About Friday, you snitched to, and I'm not even saying you. I'm talking about the Reddit, the comments, all these people calling me a rat. Nah, B, I have private conversations all the time. I'm gonna have another one later on probably. But guess what? The people who I talk to, they ain't snitches. They don't go run and go to talk on academic stream and say, guess who I talk to? And that's another product of them people not fucking with people over here in Canada. They'll never have an allegiance with somebody over here. Not people like Wack. Maybe some of my other people over there in the United States, we have allegiances that will never talk about the contents of what we talk about behind the scenes, including Kendrick stuff. Because if I was a rat like that nigga, I would be talking about mad shit that people tell me about things behind the scenes with their camp and stuff like that. It's not like I don't get information. I'm just not a rat. Sorry, just don't do it. Right? Sorry, I'm just not a rat like the rest of these niggas. These niggas talk to Drake and then go run tell everything that nigga says every time they talk to him, B. You know how many conversations I have with this? You know how many conversations I have with this nigga, and I never run to the mic. I'm on the mic all the time. Yo, guess what Drake told me? And that would, I can go viral 100 times for the amount of shit that Drake tells me. I don't go run to y'all and be like, yo, guess what Drake told me? These niggas do this shit all the time. We're literally reacting to a clip of people are talking about, guess what Drake told me? That's crazy. And y'all call me the snitch. Holy, niggas have really never been in the streets to be calling me the snitch then. That's crazy. Anyhow, Wack, fix up, bro. The boy don't like you. Canada don't like you. Dare I say it's a no-fly zone for Wack right now? Holy. Gucci go say, yo, Friday, what did Drizzy say? Nothing. He ain't say a goddamn thing. Dropping Science podcast says, I heard Drake don't like you either. You're probably right. I don't suck dick, bro. I'm sorry. I'm not just going to say, yo, he's right. Oh, by the way, when he does something wrong, but yeah, he still had the #1 song on Billboard. Guess what? He just had a gazillion streams last year. No, bro. If you're coming to the We Love Hip Hop Network to have the Drake pom-pom committee going on over here, you found the wrong place. Maybe I misleaded you guys just because I've defended him multiple times. I'm not going to defend everything. I defend what I defend on a case-by-case basis. But I'll never just be like, oh, Drake could do no wrong. That's just crazy. That's disingenuous. Everybody does wrong. We're humans. We make mistakes. And when an artist makes a mistake, I talk about it. And when they do something good, a lot of times we actually don't. You know what I'm saying? We only be talking about people's L's most of the time. Right? You sure see Drake all over your platform glazing. You're crazy, bro. I post shit that he has going on as much as I post if Kendrick has the freaking a W. Come on, bro. Let's not do that, man. Anyhow, let's see what else is going on here. At first, I no longer bear F. What the hell? Oh, y'all get what he's saying there. Salute to Trio City TV. Yeah, man. Just be objective, yo. And as far as with you, Wack100, bro, your reputation is mud now, fam. I never seen somebody who still gets a lot of love out there in the West Coast. Don't get it twisted. I know there's people in the West Coast from here who were like, we don't claim Wack. There's a lot of people who still mess with him. He's never by himself, so he got gang members who still mess with him. But I've never seen somebody who gets as much hate from other places as he gets from his own home, bro. Like, Wack, man, you got to figure something out. And you run with 6ix9ine. Holy. We should have seen that from the jump. From when I'm 6ix9ine's manager. You know, it doesn't matter what he said or whatever. That's my business. The streets is the streets and business is the business. Bro, you're running around managing a rat, bro. I idiot thing, dog. Fuck Wack100, man. How about that? How about that in 2025? That's how I really feel. Okay? Anyhow, we're moving on. Let's stay on some top 5 stuff here, because top 5's we're in a divided city right now. If you see from the thumbnail that I created earlier, I put on the thumbnail, Toronto's divided. Right? Because we're having a lot of infighting. Right now, there's a couple of different beefs that are going on. Besides all the Toronto rappers who never get along, okay? The drill rap scene, most of these guys end up taking L's because shootings, going to jail, something like that, right? So after all of that beefing, none of them ever prosper. We got content creators who can't get along, obviously. We spoke about that earlier in the stream. So the content creators can't get along. And now, Top 5, he still shows support to Drake. It seems like there's kind of a little bit of a mix-up going on over there between the GGs, the Wassas, and Team Drake. I won't say Team OVO. Actually Team OVO. But it's mostly Team Drake. Okay, I'll play a couple of clips of some things here via my Twitter. But they're saying that they got more money than the OVO guys. I'll ask you guys in a poll. Do you guys think that the Wassas and the GGs got more money than the OVO camp? Just a question.
The Ferrari truck. You know anybody? You think anybody else has a Ferrari truck, dog?
Fam, respect me. It costs $1 million to be like one dog, fam.
So there's no rappers in Toronto. There's no rappers in Toronto with the Ferrari
There's
truck.
no rappers in Toronto that have that car. Go ask your boy. Even ask your boy. No offense, I know he could buy it, but he doesn't have it.
I'm gonna ask Jizzy right now. Hold on, I'm gonna ask Jizzy.
My guy.
Listen. You spend a quarter on the boat. You spend half a ticket on the wrist. Then we spent a full ticket on the whip. You know what? Let me see if this works. Yeah, he still doesn't know how to park. Yo, I don't even know how to put this bitch in the car.
Doesn't even know how to open the door.
They don't even know how to open the door.
No, you open the trunk. That's the Ferrari truck.
That's some nigga. Salute to
You know anybody?
That's some nigga shit. He don't even know how to open the door, and he got the foreign whip.
You know anybody?
What's this over here? Volume.
You see Drake talk about the 767? Tell Boondog nobody has that?
No, jet talks. The man's going with jet talks.
Yeah, what's your response about this? For the record.
His artists don't got these.
But every
The man said artists still, but he said his artists don't got these. He ain't got those.
Everybody knows that.
Who ain't got those? Roy Woods ain't got those? Who you talking about? Smiley? Majid Jordan? That's two people. But I heard somebody the other day say, yo, that guy Majid Jordan, it's actually a group.
Everybody knows Drake's artists don't have more money than me and Dog. I have more money than Party Next Door. Drake, can you send us Party Next Door's
P&D? Oh, now you gone too far. You ain't got no more. You ain't got more money than P&D. No. You gone too far. P&D wrote for Rihanna. You gotta chill. You got to chill.
contract? Can we get the last 10 years of Party Next Door's contract? Fax it to me, actually.
You say the man's in a slave deal? Oh no. We gotta check the paperwork. Oh no.
Hold on, niggas are talking about Ferrari. Did they forget that I'm the main guy too? This shit is only to do groceries. You can't even ask me how this drives. I bought a Maybach, I don't even know how to drive.
The man said the Maybach is just to do groceries.
Did they forget that I'm the main guy too? This shit is only to do groceries.
Damn. Balling is his hobby, bro. Yeah, and I seen what y'all saying. Like he was getting some love from Tory Lanez also. And Tory Lanez is beefing with Party Next Door.
You think anybody else has a Ferrari?
Yo, it's getting messy out here, man. We got to get it back together, bro. We are not a unified front right now, man. Everybody's beefing with everybody. I'm not going to pull up the Bryson Tiller beef. Like, they even beefing with the R&B artists and shit like that. Look at this. All right, this is the post that we talked about the other day on the podcast. At Tory Lanez, I was told about what you said without hearing your video for myself. You didn't say anything that I wouldn't say myself. Now that I've seen it, I was wrong. City stronger together. Nigga, please. Tory this is Tory right now. He's ready to freaking bite the nigga face off, bro. So wait, hold on. Hold the phone. Got no, they didn't squash beef. Tory released the snippet. He said, bro. See, I'm smacking you, bro. You didn't hear that? Come on, dog. We're a divided city, bro. We're ripe for the pickings, man. If there was time for some kind of like a lyrical battle again, like if they wanted to jump Toronto on some lyrical shit, if they wanted to jump Toronto, here's the time, bro. You know what I'm saying? You don't even have to sneak attack us, bro. Niggas is just fighting. You can just beat the shit out of us one by one while we're fighting amongst each other. All right, where's my Tory Lanez tune that all right, it's right here. This is what he said. This is from Tory Lanez's account. He said, I will leave it to fate. I will leave the fate of Party Next Door situation to the hands of the untouchable umbrellas. At Umbrella, I have a long life obligation to the umbrellas to ensure that we stand united as one in all decisions. That being said, I do not let it get. Sir, do I let him get away with the fake ass apology that was only issued because he didn't like the reaction he got? Do I let him catch his fade and we shake hands after as men? Let me know in the comments. Right? He's content farming, bro. So he's gonna smack this nigga, bro.
So don't think it's a game, so don't hesitate. I mean, so you don't
Toronto's divided, bro.
You don't have to no respect for what I do, so therefore let me show you how serious I am.
Say it again. Smack the shit out of you, bro. Bro. It's aggressive, bro.
This one umbrella is nothing to fuck with.
You just asked me what am I willing to do, because when I ask you for it, I'm not playing. So don't think it's a game thing, so don't hesitate. That means you don't have no respect for this. You don't have to no respect for what I do, so therefore let me show you how serious I am.
Right? Bare division going on over here right now, bro. It's beyond just the Toronto rappers beefing with each other, fam. That's old school shit. Toronto rappers beefing with each other. Now these niggas want real smoke with everybody, bro. Can we do a thought experiment, gang? Just, a little quick thought experiment. We could exclude Party Next Door as far as the competition that these guys have between, let's say, pocket watching. Let's do a pocket watch experiment. Do top 5 of the GGs really have more money than OVO artists? Okay, let's go through the roster. We got Roy Woods. We got Smiley. We got Division. Division is still signed to them, right? Do we need to double check that? Hold on. We got Google for this. Let's do a quick Google. Let's do our goggles. Division. Wow, there's am I spelling it wrong? Yeah, that's why. Division R&B duo. Record. Okay, so yeah, record label, OVO Sound. Yeah, they're still signed to OVO. So Roy Woods, Division, Smiley, and Majid Jordan. With that roster right there, keep in mind, Majid Jordan has publishing, or I don't know what the contents of their contract is, but they did write "Hold on, I'm coming home." Hold on, I'm coming home. Right? That's a big check right there. I'm sure they're set for life off of that. Division, they have hit songs. They made a good set. The last release that they had, that shit was a hit with Jermaine Dupri and them. Okay, I'm sure they're doing well for themselves. Who else? Smiley's been doing. He had Over the Top with Drake, right? So that's gonna give him some royalties from that. What's a Yolanda? What's a RIAA Diamond song? Which song are you talking about? The Hold On, I'm Coming Home. Hold on, I'm coming home. Right? Shit went diamond. I'm sure they're doing good. What are them niggas up to, bro? Y'all remember them? Majid. R&B duo. OVO Sound. You get net worth? You know they be lying on people's net worth over here. There's not much information about Majid Jordan's net worth, but here's some information about the Canadian R&B duo. No, we want a pocket watch. Who did I just have up there? Division. Let's do that. Division. There's not much information on that neither. Okay, so we're not gonna. Oh, what's P&D's net worth? Now I'm being nosy. Let's see. What? A lie. Y'all think this is true, gang? Party Next Door's net worth is $8 million. I'm pocket watching like crazy. I'm a piece of shit, bro. POS to the max. This nigga got more than $8 million, bro. Stop this, man. This magazine's throwing smut on Party's name. Don't do that, bro. Dare I say, though, is there any... Let me see if there's any other references that I could use here. Hot New Hip Hop. Party Next Door net worth was... What was the single net worth? Let's see. It says $8 million over here, too. Gang. Oh, shit. Hold on. Let me get this ad out the way. Gang, look at this. $8 million, bro. That's two publications saying $8 million. I don't know, man. Between the GGs and the Wassas, like let's say we put their combined bank accounts together, or I don't know, their combined shoe boxes or wherever they keep their money. Because I feel like these niggas don't have bank accounts. I feel like they just have multiple shoe boxes just stashed all over Canada with their money. Lynn says Top 5's net worth went up at least $2 million thanks to Julian. You're right. Shh. We ain't supposed to talk about that. Oh, Complex City with a Hard shot right there. He said that's why Party crashes out. Let me say he's mad at his bank account right there. He ain't got enough M's in there. I'm not gonna say nothing. Y'all can say it for me, man. Y'all can say it for me. Whatever. Maybe he had more money and he lost a lot of that shit. Niggas be blowing money fast, bro. BMF. You know what I'm saying? Let's continue our pocket watch. Let's get deep into the pocket watch. Roy Woods. They probably ain't got that shit neither. Shut the fuck up. Don't do that to this guy, bro. A lie. Lie I tell on the man, bro. Don't do that to him, man. You guys are cold as shit, man. What is this site here? YouTubers.me? Don't trust YouTubers.me, bro. Roy Woods' net worth, 45,000 to 271,000. Stop the cap, bro. How could they even aggregate this information? Why would he even put that number on the man's jacket, bro? And that's a respectable number for like anybody. Like, bro, well, actually, no. I want more than that a year. I make more than that a year. Yeah. Don't tell me that, man. If this is true, if the business is true, fam, it's not only me, niggas in the chat making more than this nigga, bro. Don't do that, bro. That shit is cap, bro. Shit is cap. Let me get this off the screen, man. It's freaking disrespect. Let's go to this site right over here. They got this nigga a TTC driver salary, bro. That's crazy. The boy them are making more than them than Roy Woods. Yo, the police is out here making more than Roy Woods. That's crazy. Yo. So y'all niggas got me. You got me knocking down the pads and shit, bro. Holy frick, bro. Sorry, gang. Let me breathe for a second. I don't want to go into any more sites, bro, because the more I go, like, the worse I feel, bro. Okay, let's go over here. Roy Woods' net worth earnings in 2025. How much money? Okay, find out how much Roy Woods earns year by year. How much? Yo, where did these sites come from, bro? Where did they got him at? Monthly earnings, 8.8 thousand to. That's decent. Wow. He made some. Who's this? I'm scared to answer. Yo,
what up? What up?
What are you saying, fam?
Yo, I just came in to talk about the word Woods, man, because I actually did a video on him, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So basically he crashed out on, you know what I'm saying, on the DR views and couldn't make the music, couldn't hit the studio probably, and he hated his management, you know what I'm saying? And Drizzy, the boy Drizzy wasn't really looking out for Roy Woods, you know what I'm saying? The best song, Drama, millions of views, no video for it. You know what I'm saying?
Drama. What song is that? That's the song with Drizzy?
With Drizzy. Come on now.
Fam, like low key, and all due respect to Roy Woods, I'm not up on the man's catalog like that, bro.
Honestly, the catalog, like he only has the Exodus EP. After that, he did another EP and then one album. After that, he kind of crashed out because of the, you know what I'm saying? And even he was on the Brandon Gomez not too long ago explaining he was gonna quit OVO. I did a reaction. Did very well. He's not really first time open it to him. Yeah, exactly. Come on now, Brandon Gomez, real ass. I'm saying real brother here. You know what I'm saying? Because he actually this is the first time Roy was actually opened up, and he stopped making the DR music. Now he's making sober music. That's what he's saying now. So
interesting. Wow, the plot thickens. Hold on.
And what kills me? Look at this video should have been blow up. Come on now, this is where it's coming out, and and he actually talked about the same thing on the No Jumper too, 7 months ago.
Damn. So the GGs, I need to check this poll actually. This is crazy.
Can't lie, the OVO man, they're really in the sweatshop still.
It says, and I asked in the poll, do the GGs and the Wassas have more money than the OVO artist? 45% says yes. That's not a bad vote. Yeah, that's not a bad ratio right there. 55% says no, which is there's still the majority, but 45 ain't nothing to sneeze at, bro. Like 45% is a lot of people who believe that they make more money than them guys.
After the act deal, it cut that blows over all these guys' budget.
Stop this, bro. Stop this. Hold on, man. Let me bring up my screens, bro. Hold on. Stop the
the act deal and,
what
and
act deal?
And the Julian deal. What else?
What act deal? Wait a minute. Let me pull up this stupid shit this guy's talking about.
25 million.
Where's my shorts?
If you guys don't, I seen Top 5. I don't know if the CRA watching, but I seen Top 5 story, fam.
The CRA?
I don't know if they're watching, but the man has bands.
Big act in the building, man. The Academy Records. I told you I was launching, man.
But those bands got transferred.
I dropped a $25 million bag. I had to do it, man. The first signees to the Academy Records, the biggest demons out of Toronto. Yo, listen. Y'all artists, y'all don't have a hit song. Y'all not dripping like this. It's gonna take a while. Let me tell you this. $5 million. I signed it for $5 million in his pocket.
Even Bundog was not even trying to get in the video.
Been rich. I was getting fired.
Probably didn't have
Bundog was hiding. Bundog was hiding.
It was probably one of those rare times where he didn't have his mask on.
His Jamaica hot is hot. I had to take down the ski mask.
Do you know why this is cap though? Because Academics talked about it on his live stream earlier. Not about this specifically, but he was saying that he has a budget for the Academy Records from whatever his distribution company is. And his budget allows him to be able to spend up to, not upward of, up to like $400,000 on signing an artist. He didn't say $5 million on signing an artist. So
no, right now he's not signing an artist. He's expanding the BFR label, which could be a partnership, which he blows all these laws away. You know what I'm saying? If he's saying, I'm signing this group of signees, it's like, partnership. That's different.
Yeah, I don't know, bro. I don't know, man.
And what do you mean you don't know? Did you not see the man's story? He just got locked. He's out. The man said, boom, $2 million in a duffel bag.
He did say that still. There is a post.
Man seen it.
He's getting bare money out here. Well, listen, man. Let me ask you before I let you go. So in closing, do you think that those guys are making more money than the OVO artists?
Definitely, 100%.
Combined,
100% these guys combined. They're eating. That's why Party's crashing out. Shout out to Complex Nation, said that earlier. Party's crashing out. You don't do them things if your pockets are. Even Borough Sound TV was saying his actions were kind of petty. Like no big artist go on live and say no. So all I have to say is like they're trying to make their pockets bigger, maybe trying to be independent, just like Drake. But the OVO mans are not eating well. They're not eating well. Roy Woods is just coming back up from like 3 years down. Party is just has a number one because Drake just gave him a little alley-oop that might be not even a good move because of what he's doing to Tory. What's next? Like And nothing's looking good for OVO right now. And now
not OVO, Toronto. It's not an OVO thing. It's a Toronto thing, bro. We're divided, bro.
Yeah,
we have no unity, man. Don't turn on me, eh? We cool now, bro. But I was cool with a lot of content creators in the beginning of their journey, and then somewhere along the line, then next thing you know, it's F Friday. They're making 30-minute videos, going on rants, snots coming out their nose and shit. Like, come on, bro. Just don't turn on me. I'm just, I'm asking you.
Never that.
Just hit me up behind the scenes and find out the real before you go and make a video. And then, if you want to make a video, then go ahead, man. But like, I just see that we're not together over here, fam. You know what I'm saying? Even content places that I go to, low key, some of them they talk shit about me, and then we go and resolve it after, and then I go up on their show.
That's what we need in the city.
Yeah. But yeah, man, I'm gonna tap in with you soon, brother.
Oh, one love.
One love, brother. Big Chill said they just don't trust you Friday. Yeah, I guess not. Listen, man. Hold on. I still need to stay on this story here. I'm not done with this. Because now, and big salute to Underground Nation. That's my brother right there. He has sparked more questions in my mind. Holy shit, snacks. Let's go back in time.
Like, I was gonna quit singing.
You're gonna quit music?
Yeah, OVO. I was just gonna quit everything, dog.
Why? What are your thoughts on this beef? Like, are you hoping that it's gonna come to
the feelings because it's there. I used to do drugs a lot, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I don't do that stuff no more.
You stopped doing drugs?
Yeah, I stopped doing drugs. Like, I'm done with that. And it's been a long time. I can't even tell the last time, really, because it's been like, yo, like, I just been so endured in accepting the feelings and the responsibility and the pain that comes with it.
Yeah.
That if you're gonna start ignoring, if you want to come into my life and you're ignoring all these things and you're because you're not in that space yet, and that's okay. Everybody can get there, but that's not. You got to deal with that on your own. That's not my responsibility, dog.
Yeah.
When I was being like that with other people, nobody took me on like that. It was for me to realize that I'm being a piece of right now. You know what I'm saying? And I got to better myself because I'm destroying other people around me. I didn't want to be that person anymore.
Yeah. Crazy. Like overnight success like that. Even though you've been putting in the work, but I'm saying like to the general public, it was who's Roy Woods? Who's Roy Woods? We want to know Roy Woods. To feel that in that moment, like what was that like for you?
I didn't even feel it.
Damn.
That's the crazy part. I was like out of body. Like I still was broke.
Stop the car. William Forbes says, I never even heard of Roy Woods. Shows how much he promotes his own rappers. Guess what, nigga? He ain't even a rapper. So you right. He's a singer. Oh, shit, man. That's bad, bro. Niggas don't even know what you do, nigga. That's crazy.
You know what I'm saying? Like I just got I still didn't have nothing. I'm still just trying to make things work. Like I just came out of sleeping on couches. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm now just trying to make
don't be sorry, man.
Myself, but I'm not happy or doing.
We're here to learn, man.
Everything, all my goals were getting tarnished very quickly. My friends, I'm losing them very quickly. Like family, they're starting to expect things of me very quickly. Everything shifted. I'm just like, and then everybody expects me to be happy because I made it now. No, you guys don't even know I didn't even make it yet. Okay, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm just trying to
talk about quitting, man.
Yeah.
The expectations.
Yeah.
Now you got to deliver again. And is that the point where you felt like you needed to turn to substances, to drugs, for example?
I was already on it. Oh, okay.
Goddamn.
It just got worse.
Yeah.
That's all that happened.
Salute to Brandon Gomez. Yo, if your people's, please, man, don't copyright me, man. Shit, man.
Got worse. I got crazier. I started not caring about a lot of people's feelings or certain people's. I just started just doing me and just living fast and wild, bro. I was doing so much drugs every day.
Yeah. Was that helping your creativity, or do you think that was hindering it?
At first, it was helping it. When I was abusing it, that's when it started to hinder it.
Yeah.
Right. And like after I got signed, like I was using it to make songs before I got. It was a place a lot of my friends were dying, dog.
Yo, what's up with the pianos in the back? You need to cut out the pianos, my guy. Holy.
Because I want to get to the new project.
Yeah.
But
yes.
I want to talk about, this journey, obviously, the fact that you're questioning if you wanted to continue in music, you're questioning if you wanted to stay with the label.
Okay, here we are.
I mean, being a part of OVO right now, it's a little tricky. in this environment right now, eh?
I mean, I'm used to it.
How do you navigate that?
It's something you just built for it, man. It's something you just built for it, man. I don't know. I've been through a lot. Just being here. Come on, summer 16.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That was wild work.
All summer 16.
You know,
all
being
summer
through
16.
it before, kind of just being the person that
Yo,
I am.
Davis, what up?
It's nothing that I shy away from. It's just, you know how to move, you know?
Yeah.
That's it.
But does this impact like your ability to collaborate with like other artists in the States? Like when there is this feud that's happening?
Yeah, not really, you know. Not really, you
question.
know. I still have my relationships,
Yeah,
you know, with people over there, man. It's just, and I'm a person, I stay out the mix and the beef and the polys anyways, you know what I mean? So it's like, I mean, obviously I'm riding for my dog, you feel me? But it's like, you know, there's lines, you know, when things are,
But does he come out and say, like, does the boy come out and say, like, you know, to the OVO group, like, listen, we don't par?
No, it's just something you know.
You just know.
Yeah, you just know, dog. You know what I mean? You just know, and I'm just riding.
You gotta be on code.
That's it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
What are your thoughts on this beef? Like, are you hoping that it's
okay? My nosiness is not done. Let's see what's going on with Smiley. Right? We got to do the thought experiment, right? So Smiley, 6 years ago, y'all want to see a dead body? How about a 12-gauge shotty? 1 million views. Smiley, understand? 4 months ago, 74,000. I hate to do this, gang, but if you take a CPM, let's say of, let's do this. Let's do this. What's 74,000 views on YouTube money? This is not going to be a number that you can really ride by, because like the numbers change depending on your CPM and RPM, right? Runs per mile and clicks per mile or whatever the shit is, right? I don't feel like going all deep into it. 70. So okay. YouTube calculator 2025. This one says here. So let's put in 74,000 views. Estimated earnings around $543. All right, just to give you guys some clarity on what we make on this YouTube shit. It's not a lot. All right, like the K Money interview that I put out the other day, I'll be super transparent with y'all. There's a clip that is at like 21,000 views. I made like a little bit over $100 on it, on that one clip. So, but I'm a content creator who puts out 3 to 4 pieces of content per day. An artist isn't putting out that much money, putting out that much music videos per day or per week. So, did you guys know this? Like, just the breakdown on how this works. So, for example, if it did 120,000 views, it's still not hitting like a thou-wow, bro. It's $880. All right. Dropping Science podcast says who the content makers you have an issue with Friday. We're not getting into that. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. I try to keep people's names out my mouth. You know what I'm saying? I suggest y'all don't do the same. Keep running my name out your mouth. All right. Keep giving me the clicks. It literally helps my engagement. I can see it in my analytics, but I won't do the same. William Forbes says 198,000 a year is good money. Yes, that's great money for any of us, but that's not great money for a rapper. Come on, dog. That's the chain. 100 on the chain, 50 on the wrist. Pulling up in whatever. I'm pulling up in the 2000 and now. I was about to say the 1990 something. I'm pulling up in the 2000 and right now. I'm pulling up in the shit they ain't making till next year. Yeah. You ain't got this. Right? That's that rapper bravado. You ain't got this. So when it comes to, making money, and this is USD. So we can flip that and we could turn that into 1,400 Canadian dollars, let's say. Niggas be renting, doing all types of things to try to look the part, bro. It's all smoke and mirrors. So in closing, because I'll close the segment because I feel like we spent a little bit too much time on this. I'm a sick person, man. I'm gonna ask you guys, or we'll figure out right here from my poll. Where's my shit here? Do the GGs and the Wassas have more money than the OVO artist? 44% says yes, and 56% says no. So sorry, for if Top 5 or any of his people see this, they don't believe you, man. Y'all might have to flex some more stacks on these niggas, bro. I'm sorry. But yeah, we'll leave that alone. Salute to all parties involved, man. Salute to all parties involved. What else do I got on my list of stuff here? Oh, I wanted to show you guys, just to put you guys onto some artists here, quick, from over here in Toronto. Team East. So salute to Sav4X. I'm gonna pull up a clip. They just started their tour. They're doing a tour. They're going around to different places. Right now, they're in Belleville. We're not going to spend super long on this. I just want to put you all onto some artists because we are a Canadian platform. We got to keep putting people onto Canadian artists. Let me just answer this question right here. Dropping Science wants to know, how much is 3,000 views? 3,000 views, depending on the CPM and RPM. And just to give you guys some clarity, CPM is what advertisers are paying to put your to show ads against your video. You get a percentage of that. So your CPM could run anywhere between, right now CPMs are low because it's February, it's the first quarter, and it's always lower in the first quarter. So CPMs are running for us over here at the We Love Hip Hop Network between $5 to $12, depending on the video. And then the RPMs is how much money you get for every 1,000 views. Okay, run per miles is what I think it breaks down, what the acronym means. So if your RPM is at $5.50 and you do 3,000 views, then you made $16.50 off your RPMs for that video. All right. And then your CPMs, when you add the CPMs to it, like maybe you made another $5 in CPMs. So you made $20 off of the 3,000 views from that video. Make sense? I try to break it down as I don't know, as clear as possible, but it gets kind of complicated, man. But yeah, salute to Sav4X. They're over here in Belleville, and their tour is starting right now. Let's show y'all a little bit of what's going on here, how they got the crowd open.
I'm balling on court like I play for the Clippers. I'm on your side with a gun in my hand and I'm itching the bag. No see none of you niggas. Watch how you walk up when I'm off the liquor, bro.
Woo! I got to be careful with these guys. These guys have a heavy copyright on their shit.
Forgot I'm a rapper. I almost took off his face. He just wanted the picture. I really don't lie in the booth and they want to know the truth. So I'm feeling like digger.
Woo! That boy's floating, bro. Holy. Right now, these guys, a lot of people are talking about Toronto's like in a bad place. There's not a lot of music. There's nobody dropping no hot shit. The YNs are on these niggas right now. Pause. Like, That's the shit that the YNs are listening to. If people want to know, it's that Sav 4X, 100 OTD. Let me go up on these niggas' page. The whole Team East, man. These guys are going crazy. I was just on their page not too long ago. Sav just signed a deal, I think, with Warner, if I'm not mistaken. Let's go through the stories. So, look, right here.
I'm on your side with a gun in my hand and I'm itching the bang with none you.
All right, so March 6th, that's tomorrow. They're going to be in Hamilton. Special guest Jay Hound and more. All right, like, listen, bro, you got to be deep in the Toronto street scene and the music scene to know who these guys are. So, for the people who are watching from outside of Toronto, listen, you're welcome. All right, and not to try to glorify any bullshit, but as far as like, if you're wondering if you can believe these niggas and if they're real or whatever, like they come from a real place. Mans are coming from certain ends of Scarborough. That shit goes down. Sav 4X finally took off the ski mask because, you know, he wants to expand beyond his regular fan base. But these niggas is about that action too. All right? Drop his sign, says sounds like noise. Listen, I ain't gonna try to tell people what to like, okay? The YNs, they like that, like offbeat, on-beat style. And for Sav 4X, he's more on-beat than offbeat for me. You know what I'm saying? He's not one of them niggas who just like stays offbeat like Blueface. But right now, you know, big salute to DJ Czar, aka Burrow Sound. He be showing me what's going on with these guys. He said, like, yo, TikTok's going crazy. Let me read this comment here. Nick Rich says, criminals go to jail simples. If your granny catches a stray from a goofy on demon time, you'd feel different. Street code is a thing of the past. Listen, I'm not, like I said in the beginning when I was talking about their street shit, like I'm not here to glorify the street part of it. But I'm saying for the people outside, because like a lot of the times when it comes to American audiences, they don't listen to Toronto like gully rappers or like street rappers because they're like, we don't believe you. You know what I'm saying? And unfortunately, I guess fortunately, like they need to believe the rappers have dealt with some degree of the shit that they're talking about. Maybe not dealing with it in real time, but have dealt with it at some point in time to be talking all this shit on your records. So if the audiences outside of here are wondering if they're really about it, like these niggas have a bunch of shit that have gone on with them, and they're trying to change that by putting out music and getting their business right and stuff like that. So that I rate. Definitely. New preview out now. Subscribe to my page so we can drop. All right, like niggas is like focused on music. I know they have their polys. Salute to Push Keys. He has a song of a remix of Sav's Clippers, dissing Sav 4 Time and his crew on there. I'm not going to condone of the guys dissing each other back and forth because these guys diss deads and all that. But I will condone of these guys trying to change their life and get out of the trench. You know what I'm saying? Sav 4X and the real J Hound went crazy on this one, dropping on my main channel this week.
Gun, rely on the front of the G, that was tough. But a beam on his head, I bet all of them run. And it's only the top of the month.
It's only the top of the month. I had a nigga got hit in his head and his word.
I do wish, though, to your point, I do wish that mans weren't just on the drill. Yo, shoot you in your face, shoot you in your head, shoot you in your body, shoot you in your foot. Like, okay. All right, guys, talk about some other shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, it gets redundant after a while. But I do mess with the fact that these guys have that disco track on that they made that I'm not going to play because I got a copyright last time. The disco shit is fire. But I would implore these gentlemen as they get more and more into the hip-hop scene or into this music industry and, they start to evolve and mature, to try to touch on different content, touch on different shit than shoot you in your face, shoot you in your head, shoot you in your ankle, shoot you in your shoulder. Like, okay, all right, okay, you're going to shoot me.
In the street that they say it was.
March 10th, we lit in Kingston. So I like what they're doing too. They're going to all of these smaller towns. I said this before on air. A lot of these guys, when they were in the streets, because I don't want to put it on these guys being in the streets anymore. A lot of these guys, when they were in the streets, they were going OT, out of town, and getting busy, moving their work out of town. So why not go to these places and actually perform? You probably got an audience. You might have a few gal that might be your baby moms that are just out of town now because you were in the trap once upon a time. Niggas been seeing you moving around. Yo, ain't those the black guys that used to hang out over here from Toronto all the time? Yeah, now we here to perform. Brilliant idea. All of these small towns, Sarnia, Sudbury, Belleville, where's the other place that Avril Lavigne comes from? Common Gang Strong. Y'all know where Avril, Napanee. Ottawa's like a big city. Do Ottawa too, obviously. For North Bay. All the places that man's go and get it in. Go over there and do a show. Pack out a place with like 100, 200 people. We ain't looking at thousands in the crowd yet. Right? But you go and you start accumulating all this footage, not only doing the shows and getting the hard ticket sales and showing that you can do hard ticket sales and you're not just an internet group. You can actually go to these places and film the footage of you with these sold out crowds. Holy, you'll start seeing the crowds get bigger and bigger and bigger. All right. Really, you really feel this way? Brand new act right says SAV 4X or SAV 44, or SAV 4X, by the way, is only marketable in UK. They're still on the drill shit. So I'm not going to disagree with you completely. I know in the UK, they love that drill shit. And in certain parts of America, they're still on the drill shit, but niggas definitely need to evolve. All right. And if y'all see this, take that as advice. Don't take it as a diss. All right. After a while, the drill shit has limitations. Trust me. Let me read this comment here before we get off the segment here. Rap millionaires are putting money in the streets to end lives. We're not slow. Sure, most are artists, but there are a handful of goodies hiring goofies. Hey, I mess with it, bro. What else do I got on the list here? Oh, Birdman hand rub. Let's get to the shit. The tow truck war. So there's been some things that's been going on as far as some new developments in the tow truck wars. But I did something. I did my due diligence. I did this for y'all. All right. And, we're trying to make money over here too. But I did this as far as my job as a journalist. I made sure I didn't even go seek him out, to be honest. Somebody reached out, said, yo, I'm a tow truck driver. I own a tow truck company. And anything that you want to know about the intricacies, I've seen some of your content. Anything that you want to know about some of the intricacies of this tow truck game, just send me a DM. We'll talk about it. I said, bet. You want to come on the show? So I got me a real live tow truck driver, tow truck yard owner on the show. We have a 1-hour interview. I asked everything that I could think of as far as the intricacies of the crimes that have been going on, the shootings. I'm going to pull up something because there's a recent news story that happened with some tow truck drivers, like literally last night. There was 2 different shootings, one in the West End and one in the East End. And I think it was perfect timing for the clip that I put out because I got CP24 going on in the background on my TV right now. I'm literally seeing the story pop up on the TV. It says 2 shot. My bad, I'm spitting. So 2 shot at a tow truck yard on Glen Scarlet Road, and then there was 2 shot in the West End as well. So I'll pull up the article so you guys can see what I'm seeing on the news. I'm literally seeing it in real time while we're talking about it here. I'm seeing CP24 talk about the news story. Shit is crazy out here.
Declined to Staff at this tow yard declined to comment, but they did tell us that last night's incident here involved a customer and a driver, but that nobody inside the office at the time was injured. Now, the window to the door that leads into that office is shattered with the backside covered in cardboard. There are also bullet holes in the entryway ceiling. It happened at about 10:30 last night near Weston Road in St. Clair at this tow yard. Police say a man in his 50s was shot and remains in life-threatening condition, and another man in his 20s was also shot and sustained non-life-threatening injuries. Then about an hour later, another tow truck driver was shot. Police say he's in his 20s and was shot at a gas station near Lawrence and Warden. He sustained non-life-threatening injuries, and according to police, the suspect in that one fled in a vehicle. Now, police say the suspect in the incidents that happened here at this tow yard last night fled in a dark-colored sedan. Meantime, police have not confirmed whether there is any link or connection.
Spare tow trucks just driving all over the place, just popping off. It's mud ting.
Between the 2 shootings last night, that is still under investigation. They are, though, appealing to the public for any dash cam footage or if any witnessed anything in the area of those 2.
So, like I said, I got the opportunity to speak with the gentleman, and obviously I'm never going to be able to reveal who this person is, and we don't even need to know, right? It doesn't even matter when it comes to this. It's like we got to speak to somebody who's involved in the game. He's had his share of drama out there in the streets as well. What I see on these YouTube videos and stuff. Yeah. What I'm asking in this clip here is the Mafia and the Hells Angels affiliations, but somewhere near the end, we'll fast forward to at some point, he does talk about how not all of these tow truck shootings are connected to like one all-out tow truck war. Some of these shootings that people are seeing on the streets are just random people who are just shooting each other for complete other reasons that have nothing to do with tow truck yards and competition in the tow truck game. It's just you just drive a tow truck and you violated just doing some stupid shit, but you just happen to be a tow truck driver. The extra layer of mafia that I see, the mob guys and stuff like that.
Yeah.
How does that get intertwined into the tow truck game?
Yo, a lot of it is old money, brother. A lot of it's old money, and a lot of it's old legitimate money. Like this is a legitimate. Don't get twisted. This is a legitimate 100% above board business.
Yes.
So when they talk about mobsters and this and that, okay, maybe this guy's Italian, maybe he's Russian, but he's doing legitimate business. He's not doing no fuckery. He's doing legitimate business. He's above board, and he wants to keep this shit above board because this is real money and this is real legitimate business.
Yeah.
Same with the bikers. Like back in the day when they talk about bikers, this was a biker's job. Like it was legitimate. He would drive a tow truck and make a legitimate paycheck, and on the weekends, days off, whatever, he'd get on his bike and he'd ride with his peoples.
Yeah.
But other than that, it was a legitimate thing. At this point now, I'll tell you, yeah, okay. I know Italian involved, Russian involved, whatever involved, but it's a legitimate business. Bikers involved. In this instance now, when it comes to them saying, "Oh, mob involved," but don't get me wrong, I may be messed up. Montreal, Quebec, this, that, whatever. Maybe they're more deep in it. But on this side in the GTA, when they talk about the bikers and the mob is in it legitimately.
Right.
You're not sending out no hitters to go through nothing.
So let me stop for a second. We covered this on a previous video with the mafia connections and stuff, and there was a mob boss that was arrested in connection to a couple of shootings that happened in the tow truck game. Now, I can't listen. This gentleman is giving me information from in the field, so I'm not going to doubt any of the things that he's saying. But it doesn't mean that he's completely 1,000% right. Okay, I'm sure, and he did explain it when we get into the full interview that I will be dropping. And I don't even know when I'm going to drop this interview, but we will get into it in that full interview. That yes, there are some mob connections and biker connections where yes, it helps to exacerbate the war that's going on in the tow truck game. But a lot of these guys are just hired hitters. They don't really care about the tow truck war like that. They're just like, oh, you needed some extra muscle? Yeah, we'll help you out. Or you got a tow truck yard? Okay, well, we're the muscle for the tow truck yard, but we're also the muscle for this person and this entertainer and this and that and that. Like, it's not like they're invested in the tow truck war. They're just some of the people they protect as well. Okay?
They're
trying to make some money.
Yeah, they're trying to make legitimate money. When it comes to the bikers, they're more muscle. There's the 1-2 guys that don't really have no real like brethren that are really about the smoke. So they say, yo, we're gonna go take over this, that, whatever it is. We'll pay you. We'll pay you just to be the muscle, just to show up and say, yo, you're part of that class that people fear, and you don't really have to do nothing. To be honest, most of these guys don't really have to do nothing, and they don't. They just show up and say, yeah, I'm X, Y, and Z, and money gets paid to them, and people back down, or people don't back down, and then it gets to a level where it's at now.
Right.
But for the most part, they don't got to do nothing. It's an extortion thing. They just take money from the people that want to try to be bullies and try to run a program, and they hire them to be the muscle to run the program. But those,
see, like I just said,
those guys really don't care about the program. They just care about their upfront. They're getting the bread, and they're moving like, yeah, we'll offend you, this, that, and third. But God forbid one of those guys gets slapped out, or 4 or 5, 10 of those guys get slapped out. Those guys that were collecting the bread is gonna laugh and be like, "Huh, fuck, it was a good run."
Yeah,
it was a good run. Yeah, it was a good run.
Yeah. So when it comes to like those kind of involvements, and this is just in accordance to the gentleman that I was speaking with, it's not really about, oh, we got to go ride for this tow truck yard. We got to go ride for our company. It's like, there's a lot of guys who own tow truck yards who are really not about that life. So part of the thing that they're going to have to pay for as far as their investment in a tow truck yard is protection. So you're going to holler at maybe some mob guys. You might holler at some bikers. Whoever you holler at to go give your money to, you're going to give it to them. They're going to ride for you if they have to. A lot of the times, and this is explained in the full interview, a lot of the time, these guys go get themselves into shit that their protection now has to come and defend. And the shit that they get themselves into is petty bullshit. Okay, but now their muscle has to come and wet up the block. Because the kind of muscle that they hired ain't just going to come beat up a couple of niggas. No, they're going to come spray up the block. But we're going to get to a part where he talks about how a lot of these shootings are not actually connected to tow truck competition, even though a lot of them are. And I will play in a second more from the full clip that's in the member section right now. But yeah, some of these shootings that you've seen, like the ones I just showed you right now, that just happened last night, it doesn't necessarily mean that these guys are fighting over tow truck territory or something like that. It could just be a bunch of random niggas who are on the drill, niggas who are dealers, who also have a tow truck company as well. But they've been beefing about shit from time, G.
To the car, bust you off some bread. Gucci. I'm not saying I never did that. I'm just talking
that policemen have been arrested in connection to the tow truck game.
Yeah, so that's really where it comes in. And other than that, a lot of times they koala it into making it seem like that, when in reality, brother, like, dog, a human is a human, no matter what your occupation is. You may crash, your family may crash, whatever may happen, and you need somebody to take care of the vehicle.
Right.
So because you call somebody now, it makes you a criminal? Because you choose to pick a provider that you want to provide you a service, it makes you a criminal?
Yeah.
You get me? It's not all the time. It's not really like all the time. It's not really like that. It's not really a thing where they're doing this and doing that and taking bribes and money. Sometimes it's just, I knew this guy since I was out. Sometimes it's like, I was a boy and I knew this guy since we were growing up, and I got into a car accident and I called this service, bro. Like, it's.
Hold on, I'm gonna go a little bit forward because he's breaking down how the police are involved. I'm telling you, I asked everything, and low key, it took me a little bit longer to edit this interview because I wasn't able to get both tracks separate, like my audio and his audio separately. So, and it was all on one track. So I had to go in between each part of that one layer of audio and alter his voice on each time he spoke. So it took me some time, G.
Some killings that had happened, and it's not even about the man. He just the happenstance of him being in a tow truck. You know, but more times it was him pulling up in an area, bumping music.
Hold on. Okay, this is important because this goes into the news story that happened last night, because I don't know if it was connected to the whole tow truck wars, but this tow truck driver and yard owner said that not all of those shootings is some type of tow truck war related shooting.
That had happened, fix his cars.
Adds to the hype.
Yeah, they definitely add to that, because I know personally of, unfortunately, some killings that had happened, and it's not even about the man. He just the happenstance of him being in a tow truck. You know, but more times it was him pulling up in an area, bumping music he wasn't supposed to be bumping, and the little niggas, the YNs told him, "Yo, stop bumping the ops when you come to our block, bro. You live here, cool, we give you a blind, but stop bumping the ops." And the boy think he's sick because he get into business. And he has those guys when it's on the road and the accidents happen, it's on the road, they pull up, and he thinks he's a guy now. And the YNs told him, "Yo, stop bumping this thing over here, bro. Bumping the thing," didn't listen to get slapped.
Right? So sometimes it's just some happenstance shit. Niggas in the wrong hood, bumping the ops music. And niggas keep on telling them, "Bro, stop playing that shit in the hood, bro. It doesn't protect you just because you know, we know man from driving tow trucks. You know, just because you give the man them a blind, you know, you charge us a little bit cheaper when you give us a tow, doesn't save you from getting slapped up, fam." Man didn't listen. Said, "All right, catch him and slump him in the tow truck." Has nothing to do with, "Oh, you got my fare before I got yours," or, you know what I'm saying? Like it has nothing to do with the back and forth in the tow truck war when it comes to certain cases. I'll reiterate, it doesn't mean that that is what happened with what happened last night. I'm just saying that this gentleman said that not every shooting has to do with some ongoing tow truck wars. The media definitely helped to hype this shit up. Let me read this comment right here. T-Real City TV says, "The point y'all have tow trucks wars proves y'all street life is a lot different. I'm sure this war is dangerous, but it's also extremely difficult not to say it's not surrounding gangsters on paper." Trust me, when I do drop the full interview, this gentleman he gave some more details on some of these guys who start tow truck companies, especially as of lately. A lot of guys who are starting up tow truck companies as of lately. Tow trucking is nobody's passion, okay? But it's a lot of the man them who they got money. They've been made a shitload of money in the streets. And they said, "You know what? Let me put some of that money into a tow truck company and clean the money." Fine. We're okay with that. Okay, I feel like even in the chat, people who don't condone the crimes, you want to go clean your money, clean it safely. What ends up happening is that these same niggas who now open legitimate businesses and they're cleaning their money through their businesses are still in war about the street shit that's illegal shit. And now instead of just keeping the street shit away from their legal businesses, they're using their tow trucks and using them as part of the setups. You know what I'm saying? You know what? I'll play a little bit from the and moving weight and doing all types of dirty shit in the damn tow trucks rather than just keeping the clean shit clean and the dirty shit dirty. And that's where they mess up. Okay? If you open a clean business, make sure that you're not sliding in the trucks for the clean business. Doesn't seem like rocket science, but this is what happens with some of these shootings.
You're by your lonesome.
Where is it? Where we talked about it? I didn't even get to timestamp it yet. Yeah,
You get me? So like, I don't know where these guys' minds is at, but I do know there is.
I think it's around here. We talk about that.
The vehicle,
right?
So because you call somebody now, it makes you a criminal because you choose to.
Nothing to do with the tow
man's and who knows what, and that's really where it gets dangerous, Friday.
Okay, right here.
Because as a driver now, you're in there. You see, these guys keep bothering us. They keep bothering us. You're gonna grow hurt and be like, yo, fuck this now. When something kick off, I'm kicking off too. I'm gonna call my brethren that aren't even in this business, and they're gonna come ride for me because it's love for me.
Yeah.
Now you have 100 different clicks riding for 100 different mans, and who knows what. And that's really where it gets dangerous, Friday. I'll tell you, that's really where it gets dangerous because where I come from, like, I'm a good youth. Don't get it twisted.
Yo, my heart is beating actually going through this right now because every time he says my name, now I'm realizing in hindsight how much drivers actually watch the platform. Oh shit. And this is a good brother right here, okay? I'm not worried about him, you know what I'm saying? But like, I'd be outside, you know what I mean? I'll be driving, you know, going down whatever street. I ain't even gonna be telling you the regular streets I'm driving down. You're trying to tell me that some of these tow truck drivers be driving by me, and when they go, they look down into my car, they're like, "Oh, lie, that's that Friday you. I watch your show still." Fucking rat. Stop talking about this. Like, bro, just doing my job, man. A lot of the times, y'all be the one asking me, "Yo, give us an update on the tow truck wars." Yo, he ain't got. These niggas don't rap, bro. Even though there are a few rappers that are kind of wrapped up in this type shit neither, but we ain't gonna talk about it. Right? We ain't doing all that. That's a little bit too much. But it gets deep. And this is what y'all wanted, right? So I went and got the content, nephews and nieces.
But where I come from, it's sadistic. You know, so I could really be there and be like, "Oh, all right, you're an op, cool. I'm gonna send a shorty to call your phone and say, oh, she broke it down into the back block over there."
Sorry, pause.
When you come pick that up, I'm gonna sleep you. I'm gonna get you.
Right? Niggas could use their tow trucks just to go and just do other shit that they wanted to get done. Like, oh, I want to slide on this nigga. All right, yo, you know, come pick this. What he said?
And then I would say a 95, 94% of them aren't with the business. They just have people that when you're out on the road in broad day in the middle of an intersection, nobody else is thinking. You don't know my car. While you're over there slumped over, putting your chains on or whatever, trying to pick up the car, I'll sweep you. I'll get you.
Yeah. Understood.
You get me? And that's really where it gets really dangerous because forget ignorant drivers that don't know how to drive already with flashing lights and them ramming you in and fucking punting you off of the windshield. You now got to worry about another 15 trucks pulling up on you that are in tow business bothering you. You got to worry about random people come, "Hey, what's up, buddy?"
Yeah,
it might do you something. This is a 24-hour business. They might call you at 4 a.m. and say, "Oh, brother, I just crashed. You come pick up my car."
Don't go. I just crashed at 4 a.m. Bro, please come pick up my whip, man. I'm stranded. All right. Just like how we just seen, it all goes back full circle to the news story I just showed y'all earlier. Bro, I'm stranded right now. Come give me a tow, please, fam. All right. I got you, bro.
You better not. The first thing you better not think about is money. You better think about your safety.
Yeah. It's spooky out there, man. It's kind of a hard thing to make a decision to become a tow truck driver or get into the business, man.
Right now is not the time to be in this. I want to leave this business.
It's spooky out there, gang. Okay, there's a lot of shit going on. It gets deeper than we even think, but at the same time, not as deep as we think. Y'all understand what I mean right there? Like, it's deeper than we think because the amount of layers that we thought that was happening in this tow truck war, there's actually other layers and other side things that are happening that exacerbate these wars. All right, but as far as the things that we do think about it, the mob and all that type of shit, it's true to a lot of degrees. He also breaks down in this interview the government changes that made the tow truck, that made these guys start getting extra violent, made the competition go out of control. So the government does have a lot to do with what we're seeing now on the news every other day. Like, I'm guaranteed to have at least one story a week on somebody who got shot in a tow truck or some tow truck related shooting. Remember, that's two different things. Somebody who got shot in a tow truck and a tow truck related shooting is two different things, right? One of these guys, like how the gentleman just explained, it could just be like, yo, you're on the ops block or you're on your own block, but you're playing the ops music and they just shot you because of that. But then the other thing could be, oh, you guys are in competition over a car, You know, there's a lot of money that's involved in there, insurance, frauds, all types of shit that happens. And now I'm going to have to smoke you, fam. So both things can be true when it comes to this. I just wanted to give you guys a little bit more info. Salute to all the members who are members of this channel right now. All the members, go tap in, watch that full 1 hour interview. And if you're not a member, become a member right now if y'all want to get that early, yo. That right there is fuego. I got a couple more things I want to cover here. Let me see what I got on my list. Look, see, I got a list with a bunch of hyperlinks. Y'all can see from there. Bunch of hyperlinks and shit, so that I can keep track of all my different news stories and different links that go in with that. So let's get into these tariffs. The tariffs are here. Big DJ T, Big 47 decided he ain't playing with Canada. He decided, you know what? I'm dropping these tariffs. I didn't report fake news the other day because he's the one who said it. He said he was going to wait till April 2nd. Haha, I lied. It's on now. Tariffs started yesterday, if I'm not mistaken. Let me see if I can pull up some of these links that I have here for this, because, bruh, it's about to get sticky when it comes to this. And low-key, I feel this has kind of made things weird between American and Canadian relations. There was the hockey game that happened the other day that when the national anthem was being sung, people were booing in the stadium over here. That ain't right. But a lot of people are not feeling Americans because of this shit. And it's divisive because we're not feeling the peoples. Like, people got family over there. It's not like we hate our family all of a sudden. Like, I got most of my family is in America. It's not like I hate my family because there's tariffs. But, bruh, y'all president is tripping. This is a post courtesy of Real Toronto, Canada. No Americanos on the menu today. You have to order Canadianos instead.
And these countries were running ahead of us.
Right? Canadianos, fam.
And
we don't even do the Americanos no more, bro. That's how much we feel away about this shit. I'm gonna pull up my an actual news story so we can actually get some more information, because I know sometimes people be like, yo, you don't know nothing about no politics, bro. Duh. I am not a political expert. Sorry, but this shit is important to us, so I'm gonna talk about it. If y'all want to go see Hasanabi or something for this information, then go over there, bro. I'm not the political guy like that. I'm gonna just give my takes on political shit too. Sorry.
Canada got a mention 4 times. Tariffs got a few mentions.
Yeah, and Donald Trump is fiercely defending tariffs and hoping that they will help generate wealth for America to help pay for some of his bigger picture promises to American voters. He spoke very highly of tariffs, specifically calling out Canada and Mexico, of course, in light of this tariff war that is now underway. Those 25% tariffs on Canadian goods and Mexican goods as well, a 10% tariff on Canadian energy products. During his speech to Congress, which was quite contentious, he defended the tariffs and really firmly stood by his decision.
Much has been said over the last 3 months about Mexico and Canada, but we have very large deficits with both of them. But even more importantly, they've allowed fentanyl to come into our country at levels never seen before, killing hundreds of thousands of our citizens and many very young, beautiful people, destroying families. Nobody's ever seen anything like it.
You know why this shit is frustrating? And I can understand even the politicians themselves, why they're frustrated. Because we're really responsible. We're literally responsible for like 1% of the fentanyl that's going into Canada. I mean, to the United States. But what do I know? I'm a hip hop guy. I might be wrong. Trump might be seeing something that we don't. All right. Big Chill said no eggs for you. Yo, they're selling eggs by the singles over there in the bodegas in New York. But low key, I went to the grocery store the other day. I went to go buy some eggs. I'm opening the cartons, and I'm finding cartons that have like 5 eggs missing in the carton. I'm like, wait a minute. Are niggas stealing that? Not niggas. I won't even put it. Because, you know, I mean everybody when I say niggas. But are people stealing the eggs? Because I opened two different crates where there was like one crate that had like 3 eggs missing. I opened another crate. It was like 4 or 5 eggs missing in the crate. I said, I'm looking for the ones that have cracked eggs, not missing ones. And I was like, that's kind of peculiar. Are you telling me times are so rough that mans are like, making sure that they got to hold it lightly. You know what I'm saying? You can't be just grabbing the eggs out the carton and stuffing them inside of your jacket. You're going to crack the egg, bro. You have to lightly put it in, I guess, the front of your hoodie. And now you're going to have like eggs popping out the front of your hoodie or something, bro. I don't know, man. How does that work? How do you steal an egg? That's crazy. Imagine stealing eggs, bro. Times are rough.
They are, in effect, receiving subsidies of hundreds of billions of dollars. We pay subsidies to Canada and to Mexico of hundreds of billions of dollars, and the United States will not be doing that any longer. We're not going to do it any longer.
In typical Trump fashion, he offered a wide range of reasons, as you just heard there, whether it's the deficit, whether, it's his ongoing concerns about trade irritants, and as well as concerns about fentanyl entering the United States. That is the legal justification that the Trump administration is using for these tariffs. But as we've heard from the president himself, he often offers a wide range of reasons. One thing he did warn Americans to brace for what he called a disturbance, an acknowledgement that, yeah, these tariffs could, in the short term, make life even more expensive.
Katie, you also ran into Howard Lutnick, U.S. Commerce Secretary, after that speech. What was his message?
He is the one who is advising President Trump on what to do next. And so Canadians have been very anxious to hear what it is he has to say. The last couple of days.
Oh, the gloves are off.
It's not in. Let's go, Trudeau. Whoa.
Trudeau took direct aim.
Who said that? Oh, shit. I'm sorry, gang. I failed you. Fam, we desperate, man. We need somebody to help us, bro. We can't be dealing with these 25% on all. What do you even put in the tariffs on? Cars, friggin' natural gas. I forget what the fuck, bro. I don't know, man.
At the U.S. president.
Shit's about to get expensive. Just know that.
Making frank comments that we have never heard him publicly make before. The trade war is on, and for Justin Trudeau, the gloves are off.
Let's go.
It's not in my habit
to agree with the Wall Street Journal. But Donald, they point out that even though you're a very smart...
This nigga. He didn't even give him the full name. He said Donald. Donnie. Yo, these guys hate each other on a personal level. It's not even about Canada, tariffs, and fentanyl. This is like, bro, I don't like you. When's somebody else going to be in charge so that I can take it easy on y'all niggas?
Street Journal. But Donald, they point out that even though you're a very smart guy, this is a very dumb thing to do.
The Prime Minister calling out Donald Trump like never before, and his audience not just Canadian. The message carried live across the U.S.
Hold on, I need to hear that again. Why didn't you have that energy before we freaking got the tariffs, dickhead?
But Donald, they point out that even though you're a very smart guy, this is a very dumb thing to do.
The Prime Minister calling out Donald Trump like never before, and his audience not just Canadian. The message carried live across the U.S.
Excuse that he's giving for these Paris tariffs today of fentanyl is completely bogus.
Talk to them.
Completely unjustified.
Boom, boom,
completely
boom, 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 boom.
False.
The real reason Trudeau says is what Trump's repeatedly said before.
What he wants is to see a total collapse of the Canadian economy, because that'll make it easier to annex us.
All this, Trudeau says, as Trump.
So the man's trying to break us down in our pockets and then take over the thing, bro. American audience out there, please, is that what y'all want? Let us know, okay? Just for the Americans out there. I'll talk to the Canadians in a second. One in the chat if you want America to make Canada the 51st state. Two in the chat if you're like, nah, bro, y'all can stay up there. We don't want to take you over. Okay? So one in the chat if you're down for the takeover. Two in the chat if it's like, nah, man, as you were, man. Stay Canadian, we American. Y'all could continue to not be like us. And we fine. All right? Any Americans out there, let me know, man, because damn, bro, that's hostile. Right? Thank you, 88ZZ. Right? Y'all don't want to just be like, yo, want to take your whole country, make it a state. What? Nigga, you know we got different provinces out here. Like, it's not just one country. It's not the country of Toronto. Like, let us have our integrity and our heritage and shit. Like, please, leave us with our dignity. Niggas is just trying to just take over, just beat. That's a hostile beatdown right there.
Trump moves America away from its allies and closer to Moscow.
They're talking about working positively with Russia, appeasing Vladimir Putin, a lying, murderous dictator. Make that make sense.
Make it make sense,
Canada
nigga.
is fighting back, starting with tariffs on $30 billion worth of U.S. goods, including everything from groceries to alcohol to guns, with a promise to increase that number to 100 retaliatory tariffs.
Hold on, we got to go back. I hate that they put the goddamn guns on the screen.
Increase that number to $155 billion in a few weeks.
So, the retaliation. We're taxing you on bare things now, including y'all guns. This is not good, man. This is not good for our public relations. This is not even helping the Kendrick and Drake battle, bro. This has gone beyond the Kendrick and Drake battle. Now, it's America versus Canada for real. I don't want this to affect our relationship. You feel what I'm saying? As far as my American brothers and sisters, I don't want this to affect our relationship. It's all love. But the way that our politicians are beefing with each other and then making it where, oh, you tax me and making it more expensive, not just for like them, all our people. Like, I got to pay more because of this tariff. I got to pay more for every, for gas and for food and all type of shit. And in retaliation to that, we're going to tax y'all. And now you guys have to pay more for a bunch of shit. We're talking, salute to Doug Ford. He said he going to turn off the lights on y'all niggas. That's hostile, fam. Like, we shouldn't be having these kind of conversations. We are not having these conversations amongst each other. Our politicians are doing that, and it's making it look ugly, where it's like they booing the national anthem. That shouldn't happen. We have a lot of family in both places. There's people who have family in Canada and vice versa. This is very divisive shit. Y'all thought that my tweet was divisive, or me saying that the Kendrick Lamar song was divisive. No, this is real division. All right? This is not the little petty rap beef division, like, oh my God, you're trying to other us. No. They really trying to other a whole country, like, yo, y'all not like us, bro, and we're going to tax you for it, bro. And then maybe we'll take over, and then you could be like us. Damn, bro. Hostile. Excuse me. I got some more shit about this.
The long-standing friendly trade relationship between Canada and the United States has recently...
Retaliation package. Okay? $107 billion retaliation package for your head top.
Ottawa is sending the message that we will bear a short-term loss, but our hands are not tied in this tariff war. Canada also claims that we can divert our oil and gas to Asian markets or Europe.
Let's go.
This is not so easy because existing pipelines and tanker routes are largely designed with the United States in mind. Still, the high global demand for energy gives Canada some bargaining power. Washington is also aware of this. Therefore,
y'all know it.
In trade negotiations, the question, could America suffer a serious energy shock if Canada turns off the oil tap, is being openly discussed in the White House corridors. Is it only oil and gas?
Let's talk about it.
No. Canada also has rich mineral deposits. Rare earths, nickel, uranium, potash, zinc, copper, and even lithium are all found on Canadian soil. These minerals are the backbone of...
Yeah, nigga. That's what they should be saying when it comes to the, like, we got all this. What you gonna do now?
Modern technology, electric vehicles, aerospace, and defense industries. In particular, electric car manufacturers like Tesla and the American semiconductor industry depend on these rare earths and other critical minerals. The United States wanted to secure its mineral resources with Canada because it realized that it might have trouble with rare earths in its trade war with China. If Canada were to say, we are cutting exports of these minerals or raising tariffs on them, many American industries would immediately stumble.
Hold that.
Canada's strategic retaliatory moves. Two-stage retaliation plan. Canada has announced that it will impose a 25% tariff on products representing a total of $155 billion in annual imports from the United States.
155 billion. We're about to... I know y'all got a lot of money over there, but 155 billion, y'all ready for that? Right? It says Canada will place 25% tariffs on 155 billion in U.S. imports in retaliation for Trump's tariffs. And this is not happening yet, but keep up the tariffs, bro. I got that in the holster, bro. That is in addition to the nationwide boycott on all U.S. products across Canada. And I'm going to get to that in a second because it's starting now. They had to shut down the LCBO website yesterday for a while because they're rearranging the inventory, the online inventory, so that when they open the site again, no more American liquor.
States. It will proceed in two phases, with the possibility of Canada introducing more tariff and non-tariff measures after the second phase or at the same time. Phase 1, 25% tariff on $30 billion of United States imports. In line with Canada's clear indications that it will respond to any tariffs imposed by the United States, Finance Canada has announced Phase 1 of this response.
Phase 1.
A 25% surtax on approximately $30 billion of United States goods, effective February 4, 2025. The surtax is primarily on consumer goods such as fresh and prepared foods, clothing, and consumer durables.
Yo, Chick-fil-A is about to go up like crazy over here. You get that Chick-fil-A combo for like $30 now.
The surtaxes are paid by the importer. They are imposed on the tax value of imported goods, which is generally the purchase price paid or payable, subject to certain additions or deductions. The second phase includes a 25% surtax on $125 billion of United States imports. The second phase of Canada's...
Y'all know that we do have some power over here. Like if Trudeau, if he's in power still, like, because we're having our own divided issues over here, hence the title, Toronto's divided. It's not even just Toronto. Canada's divided because Trudeau's about to get out of here just now. And if Poilievre gets in charge, he might be like, you know what? We ain't doing all that. Sorry.
Response is a surtax on goods representing $125 billion in annual United States imports. The full list of United States goods to be targeted in the second phase has not yet been determined, but is...
What is this? Is this a real stat right here, fam? Big Chill says 80% of their bottled water comes from Canada. For real, fam? Yo. They're going to have to drink that Flint water for now, bro. Damn. See, this is why I love doing these live streams because, salute to my co-hosts, Dusty Wallace and DJ Czar. They smart ass dudes, okay? But when you have a collective of a bunch of people here in the chat who can add extra information, priceless. That is something I never knew. 80% of their bottled water comes from us. We about to cut off the water on these niggas? Oh shit. It's about to get nasty out there. We can laugh and joke and whatever, like as if we're doing some tit for tat. The tit for tat is hurting each other, yo. Like every time that one of our governments say, okay, we're gonna do this, the people get hurt. All their decisions, and they'll be okay. Their money don't change, fam. They're moving around in limos and private jets with security and doing everything that they need to do. Nothing changes in their life. Every pen stroke of a every pen stroke of a signed agreement or signed bill or whatever, or law that they put in, it affects us, fam. Maple syrup. Oh, what are y'all gonna put on the pancakes, bro? You're gonna have to go tap your own trees for that maple syrup, bro.
Expected to include vehicles, including passenger and recreational vehicles, trucks and buses, including electric vehicles, steel and aluminum products, some fruits and vegetables, aerospace products, recreational boats, beef and pork, dairy products. This strategy of...
Oh my God, y'all didn't know we had all of that shit. Ooh, I didn't even know we had all that shit.
Surgical retaliation is unexpectedly harsh, given Canada's polite behavior to date. Some are calling it Ottawa's bold revolution. But how does this bold stance resonate in the United States? It seems that everyone in Washington is taking these Canadian retaliations seriously. On the one hand, the United States automotive industry is deeply concerned. For years, the trade in cars and parts with Canada had been running smoothly, the economic ecosystem integrated.
Low-key, if I was over there in the United States and I had, and I was able to vote, I probably would have voted for this guy too, bro. The other candidate just was not doing it, all right? With all due respect to Kamala, she just wasn't the right one for the job. I probably would have voted for this nigga too, bro. But I feel like a few people who voted for him right now, especially if we start adding heavy tariffs on American products and on all this stuff, like, bro, y'all might be like, yo, I voted for this nigga, and now I'm paying like $15 for a carton of eggs? More than the $8 that you're already paying now? Now to get a slab of pork, which is like the cheapest meat, that other white meat. Now it's like, yo, what the hell? The pork chops are like $35? Well, goddamn. Why is all the water green? I'm just saying.
Each stage is now burdened with a
F around and find out.
Production costs could skyrocket, prices could rise, and thousands of extra dollars could come out of the pockets of American consumers. Electric vehicles are no exception. Some components of a vehicle's battery come from Canada, certain sensors from Mexico. Assembly is done in the United States. If tensions with Canada continue in this chain, electric vehicle prices will be anyone's guess. Moreover, Canadian officials have said that if the United States increases tariffs against us, we will look for other partners in the electric vehicle technology and battery sector, implying that they may turn to alternatives such as China, Europe, or even South Korea. How is Canada's tough stance being received? Canada's unusually tough stance is also notable for its broad public support. Traditionally, Canadians value the spirit.
Okay, so I'll stop there with this video. There's more shit I gotta cover in this, bro. This is nasty. Watch what they're doing at the LCBO right now.
Premier Doug Ford already talking tough, but today it was
Let's go,
about
Dougie.
putting actions to words. We know that there have been a number of measures being put in place.
I know
as
it's
a
only
result
playing
of
on
the
one side
US
right now.
tariffs.
It's not me, it's
Today
the
it
news.
also included taking some of the American product off of LCBO shelves.
One man, President Trump, has chosen chaos instead.
Chaos.
Now we have no choice. We have to respond.
Bottles and bottles of U.S. alcohol flying off the shelves of Ontario liquor stores, and not because of their popularity, but as a result of U.S. President Donald Trump's tariffs on Canadian goods.
Yo.
Premier Doug Ford making the call to
That is crazy. They're literally clearing the shelves of all the American brand liquors, bro, or American distributor liquors. Like, damn, we are not playing, fam. This is getting ugly out here.
move 3,600 American products, nearly $1 billion imported by the LCBO annually, as one of the
Hold on,
promises of
hold on,
mandatory
hold on.
measures.
We found one. We found one. A 51st stater. And we got a name for them. A 51st stater. Cringe role play game. You want to take us over, fam? Oh, you want us to become the 51st state too? We didn't find nobody in the chat that was down for that, man. We found one. He said, USA, 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 take them over. Well, goddamn. T. Thomas says, where's the join button? Go on the video itself in the members. YouTube, y'all got to fix that, man. You go into the video itself and join will be underneath the places right above where the likes and all that is. You know what I'm saying? YouTube got to fix that though. They need to make that more prevalent in the on the front facing of the screens. Damn, what you saying over here, Cringe? Bro, you Canadians are so dumb. Why wouldn't you accept the best offer in the history of offers? Yo, Trump, is that you, Donald? Yo, Donald Trump, is you using a burner account in here right now, fam? That's crazy. And listen, respect to you. Like, I ain't going to hate on you for your opinion, but I just wanted to know if there was anybody at all in the chat who had that opinion. Like, nah, bro, take the shit over. Take them. How much Canada cost, bro? Let me buy that. Let me get 2 of those. So I'm glad that we found you here, bro. Salute. Welcome to the live, man. We did a poll earlier. We were asking 1 in the chat if y'all want to take over, 2 in the chat if you're cool with that. You would have been one of the ones. Right? So yeah, take that, man. Canada, give me that shit.
That also means other retailers, bars, and restaurants will go without as well.
No Hennessy for y'all niggas, yo.
It's awful for our economy and for their economy as well. I think
Is niggas still drinking what's Puff's shit there? I don't drink no more, so I don't be remembering. This the Ciroc. Niggas are still drinking Ciroc. No Ciroc for you.
they're long-term trading partners, and this is one of the most foolish things I've ever seen in my life.
Ford also said he will make good on the promise to rip up the one.
They have that whiskey there, the Kentucky whiskey there, whatever. Dead that. No more. No mas.
$100 million contract for Starlink satellite internet for rural communities.
Hold on, let me go back over here. This is important.
Make good on the promise to rip up the $100 million contract for Starlink satellite internet for rural communities with Elon Musk's company SpaceX.
So we ain't even messing with the Starlink over here. Y'all could keep your Starlink. We'll go get our shit somewhere else.
Among other measures Ontario will implement, not allowing U.S. companies to bid on procurement contracts with the...
See, this is why I need to chat. This is why we do this. Thank you. Gucci Ghost 33 says, Henny's from Europe. Thank you. Listen, I don't even drink no more, but I just want safety in the streets. I don't want no rioting. I don't want an uptick in shootings. When niggas go to the liquor store, where the Henny at? Yo, Brethren, where the Henny at? Thank you. Thank God. We need some kind of peace out here, bro. Holy, take the Henny away.
Province.
It's like taking the clip out of a grenade, bro.
Worth $30 billion annually.
U.S.-based businesses will now lose out on tens of billions of dollars in revenues.
Talk to them, Dougie.
They only have President Trump to blame.
Alberta also wrote a letter to U.S. lawmakers regarding the power supply that the province provides for 1.5 million Americans, saying that if tariffs persist, quote, Ontario will apply a 25% surcharge on the electricity we export to New York, Michigan, and Minnesota. He also said he would be willing to...
New York's pretty big still.
...shut off electricity completely.
We all...
Yo. Say it again.
We export to New York, Michigan, and Minnesota.
Thank you for the membership, T. Thomas.
He would be willing to shut off electricity completely.
We also need to be ready to dig in for a long fight. We need to be ready to escalate using every tool in our toolkit. That includes surcharges or even outright restrictions on the critical minerals and electricity we supply to the United States.
Despite the directive from...
Damn, bro. Imagine y'all wake up, no lights. You'd be like, yo, somebody call Trump and tell him to stop the tariffs, bro. These niggas done turned the lights off over in New York, bro. Times Square is dark, bro. Cringe role-play games? You right. But we don't got to be the 51st state. I'm going to read your comment right now. I said, Friday, if you did this podcast in America, you would have double the bag. Come on, man. Come on, man. Boosie voice. Yeah, you goddamn right, bro. But I can still do that. I can go there with my pardon and go do business and then come back to Canada. There's a border still. That can happen still. We don't have to be taken over for my bag to go up. I already got plans to go over to the States. They turned me back already a few months ago. Back in almost a year to, going into April will be a year when they turned me back at that fateful night or that fateful day where they turned me back at customs. Okay, so I'm trying, fam. I'm trying. Get the hell out of here, bro. Not for good. But when it's time, when I open that mailbox and I see that pardon, I'm booking a ticket. And it might be one way. I'm playing. I'll come back. I'll come back. I swear. Underground Nation says you won't need a pardon, bro. Next stage. We the next stage. By then, you can travel stress-free. Gucci Ghost wants to know how's that pardon working out for you. Fam, it's just it's a waiting game now. Real shit. And listen, we ain't gonna make it about me, but quick fast. All right. It's just a waiting game now, bro. I put in all the paperwork. It's sent off over to Pardons Canada over there in Ottawa. I'm just waiting. It could be any day now, or it could be months from now. They send that shit in the mail. They're not gonna say no. Shit is 10 years old. I'm just waiting. Once that's there, I ain't gotta pay for waivers. I ain't gotta do any of that shit. I'm out of here. But we don't gotta be a 51st state. That's all I'm saying. Well, we are taking the liquor off the shelves.
From Premier 4, not all LCBO locations have removed the product off the shelves just yet.
Traders.
This one here on Danforth, still waiting for further information. We do know that there was a First Ministers meeting that took place virtually this afternoon.
Wow. So there's men that are driving around the city trying to scramble to go get themselves some American liquor. I'll advise y'all, and I'm not trying to like enforce anybody or like encourage anybody to do crimes or anything. I'm just saying, if you're smart, go buy up all the American liquor that you can right now, because the price about to go up on that shit. All those people who are real whiskey drinkers, they ain't trying to drink no other whiskey than the real Kentucky whiskey shit. Go buy all the bottles you can of that shit right now before they remove it from the shelves over here. And K-Cup, my brothers and sisters. Do what you got to do, bro. You ain't heard it from me. What else I got on this? I only got one last thing on this. This is a little quick tweet of what Trump had to say about all of this tariffs that he's kicking down on our backs. Courtesy of Truth Social, but they had to put it on Twitter. I'm not applying for Truth Social. I'm sorry, guy. So he said, Justin Trudeau of Canada called me and asked what could be done about tariffs. I told him that many people have died from fentanyl and that came through the borders of Canada and Mexico, and nothing has convinced me that it has stopped. He said it has gotten better, but I said that's not good enough. The call ended on a somewhat friendly manner. He was unable to tell me when the Canadian election was taking place, which made me curious. Like, what's going on here? I then realized he's trying to use this issue to stay in power. Good luck, Justin. You might be onto something there, Donald. Big Donnie. Hitting us with the facts. God damn. USA. USA. Get used to it, gang. kind of got a ring to it still. USA. I feel like I'm at a WWE match. USA. USA. All right? You might have to start singing that shit soon, gang. The takeover's on the way. Anyhow, we'll leave that there. I have nobody to salute in this, man. There's nobody to salute. All right? It's like, that's it, Friday. We got him. We've turned him. There's one thing I want to cover, and I think I'm going to get out of here after that. I'll leave this chair boy story on the kitchen room floor, or on the cutting room floor, I mean, because I'm not trying to get demonetized. AI prisoners. There's something that I've seen, or I posted, a collaboration with the homie Boro Sound. Let me pull it up here. That there's a way that prisoners, let me see how I could break this down before I play the video. Prisoners can take a choice of either doing their time or contributing to science or AI science or technology. So you can contribute your body to technology, and they can do some type of chip that's in your brain or something. And I'll play the video to get a little bit more clarity. But they're saying that you can do your time while you're being put in some kind of bed or incubator, and you're not even there. You basically went to sleep, and you wake up whenever your time is done. So if you got 25 years, like, they can like shut your lights off, put your brain somewhere else, and then when they're ready for your 25 years is done, you wake up, boom, here I am again. Instead of doing the time you contribute to science. Y'all down with that? I'll show you what I'm talking about. It's some weird shit. I know it sounded weird what I just explained, but it'll make sense.
Coming up with a new prison that allows inmates to serve years of their sentence in just a matter of minutes. So the criminals is going to have a choice to spend tens of years behind bars, or they can make the choice to get the artificial memory implanted into their brain. So this process is called Cognify. And the intent of it is to treat the criminal like a patient. They're going to try to change the person's brain chemistry. After this process, when they re-enter society, they will be new and reformed, and they won't even be capable of committing any other crime. The chip can make the patient feel empathetic. Depending on the severity of the crime, the chip can also make you feel the emotional and physical pain of the victim and the family members. You can feel what they felt. So the process only takes about 7 minutes. But to the patient, it seemed like it had been years.
So I messed up the explanation of it. So you're not going to be sitting there for like 25 years, but it's going to feel like through this thought experiment that you've been sitting there for 25 years and like you've dealt with like the pain and of the victims and everything that goes into like doing 25 years. Is that what it is? That we need to explain that again. That is some wild shit.
Coming up with a new prison that allows inmates to serve years of their sentence in just a matter of minutes. So the criminals is going to have a choice to spend tens of years behind bars, or they can make the choice to get the artificial memory implanted into their brain. So this process is called Cognify. And the intent of it is to treat the criminal like a patient. They're going to try to change the person's brain chemistry. After this process, when they re-enter society, they will be new and reformed, and they won't even be capable of committing any other crime. The chip can make the patient feel empathetic. Depending on the severity of the crime, the chip can also make you feel the emotional and physical pain of the victim and the family members.
Have they tried this already? I really doubt that they have. Let me see what the comments are saying. Remember that episode of Black Mirror? I would ask the scientist if I can be a genius, give me everything, all information. Because like post them getting all of this information put into their brain, it's going to make them not want to do their crime ever again. So, and also it brings more questions to my inquiring brain. Does that mean for only that specific crime? So if you rob the bank or you robbed banks and they put this chip in your brain or this, whatever AI in your brain so that you can go through the emotions of robbing banks and blah, 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 the victims, all this shit. And they put it in your brain where you never want to rob another bank again. Does that mean now that you won't go and rob cars? Does that mean that you won't go and sell drugs? Like, how far does it go with suppressing your mind from doing crimes again? Because that's... And also, is this even real? Like, you know what? Let me not question anything, because anything can happen in these days and times. It might not be real now, but it might be something that's real in the future. What's the caption saying here? Could AI technology change the way we deal with crimes and punishment? Imagine 7 minutes having the same effect as years of prison.
You can feel what they felt. So the process only takes about 7 minutes. But to the patient, it seemed like it had been years. Last year, the U.S. government spent $8.7 billion taxpayers' dollars on the prison. They say with this new prison, they can save money for healthcare, education. Also, they feel that it will be so many reformed people that doesn't commit crimes. Y'all leave in the comments and tell me what y'all think about this. Do y'all think this is actually going to work? Or do y'all think that they're creating something that they don't even know that they're creating? So
they're saying that they already spent money on this. What is the name of the shit again?
They coming up with a new prison that allows...
Hold on. I'm going to get to the part where she's talking about the thing that they're talking about, because I want to look this up.
Or they can make the choice to get the artificial memory implanted into their brain. So this process is called Cognify.
Let's all say it together, gang. Cognify. Let's look up Cognify. Let me make sure I'm spelling it right with my freaking high-ass brain. Cognify. Ooh. Oh, the SEO is strong with that shit. Hold on, gang. We're uncovering some shit right now. So Cognify is a prison concept that uses artificial intelligence, AI, to treat criminals through brain implants and virtual reality. The goal is to reduce reoffenders rates and cost of incarceration. This is how it works. Prisoners can choose between a traditional prison sentence and or brain implants. AI creates realistic memories of the crimes from the victim's perspective. The memories are implanted into the prisoner's brain. The implants target neutral pathways that control memories, thinking, and logical thoughts. The implants force the prisoner to experience the emotions such as guilt and regret. The benefits: the prisoner can finish their sentence in minutes instead of years. The cost of incarceration would be reduced. The needs of the prisoner would be reduced. Prisoners could be released immediately after treatment. Challenges: the idea of manipulating memories, manipulation. The idea of manipulating memories raises serious ethical concerns. There are questions about authenticity of individual senses of self after memory alterations. This is some deep shit.
Welcome to Cognify, a facility designed to treat criminals like patients. Instead of spending
Y'all can
years
hear
in
this?
an actual prison cell, prisoners could finish their sentence here in just a few minutes.
Let me know if y'all can hear the audio.
Cognify could someday create and implant artificial memories directly into the prisoner's brain. These complex, vivid, and lifelike memories are created in real time using AI-generated content.
This is scaring the shit out of me, man. We're going way too far down the wormhole of technology, bro. This is crazy.
Depending on the seriousness of the subject's crime and their sentence, the memories could be tailored to the rehabilitation needs of each subject. The artificial memories implanted by Cognify would be seamlessly incorporated into the existing neural networks of the brain, preventing cognitive dissonance and ensuring the subject experiences the memories as if they were real. The Cognify concept offers a new approach to criminal rehabilitation, transforming how society deals with offenders by focusing on
Wait a minute, they ain't got no black mannequins, bro? Wagwan.
Rehabilitation rather than punishment. First, the prisoner is given a choice, either spending tens of years in a prison cell or seeking fast-track rehabilitation through artificial memory implantation. If the prisoner chooses to undergo fast-track rehabilitation, the Cognify device is used. Next, the prisoner undergoes high-resolution brain scanning to create a detailed map of their neural pathways. This brain map helps guide the Cognify device to target specific brain regions responsible for memory, reasoning, and logical thinking.
Yo, this is some scary shit, man. They're talking about it like it's happening already. This is stressing me out, man.
Such as the hippocampus, prefrontal cortex, amygdala, parietal lobe, and anterior cingulate cortex. Once the target brain regions are identified, Cognify is then placed around the head of the prisoner. The intensity and the type of artificial memories is then adjusted depending on the crime. Inside the criminal's mind, time would pass differently, slower than in real life.
Good idea, right? so, how about we just not do crime, right? Yeah, that would be the best part of it, you know, the best path of action. But hey, guess what? Shit happens. Niggas die every day, B.
Making them experience years' worth of artificial memories in just a few minutes. Synthetic memories are customized depending on the crime committed and the unique brain structure and psychological profile of the individual. Violent offenders could experience memories that are designed to trigger empathy and remorse, seeing their crime from the perspective.
Yo, fam, look at this. They got skulls in here and shit. Like, this is what the memories look like, bro. And AI is the one who's figuring all of this out for us. Well, thank you, AI. We don't know shit, right?
Their victim, feeling their pain and suffering firsthand. Some memories are designed to trigger consequences and trauma. Such memories could simulate the long-term consequences of violent actions, such as the grief of the victim's family or the physical and emotional trauma endured by the victim. Artificial memories could cover a wide range of crimes, including domestic violence, hate crimes and discrimination, embezzlement, insider trading, theft, and fraud.
Wow. See, here's some of the answers to my question I was just asking. So they got a whole profile in there. You're an embezzler? Boom. We put that one in there. If you got multiples, we'll put a bunch of different shit files in there. We got you.
Cognify emotion regulation system could modulate neurotransmitters and...
I wonder if they can put crimes in your brain that you could potentially commit in the future.
Hormones to induce specific emotional states, such as remorse or regret, which is crucial for rehabilitation. Real-time monitoring and feedback mechanisms could track the prisoner's neural responses throughout the process, allowing the system to adapt and optimize the rehabilitation in real time with new visuals, sensation, and realistic AI-generated content. To ensure the long...
Yo, bro. You see my phone here with the little 3 things on the back? They're going to put both of those, two of those on each of your eyes, 3 little cameras on each of your eyes. Just pumping you up with memories.
Long-term effect of the therapy.
Look at it. Look at that.
Sensation.
Look at that. Looking like the iPhone cameras right there. That's mod. Wow. We're going to a scary place, bro.
And realistic AI-generated content. To ensure the long-term effect of the therapy session, the memories could become permanent, fully integrated into the subject's mind, as if they were part of their own personal experiences. While subjects are undergoing therapy session, valuable data are collected from all the prisoners into a central computer for scientific research, which will help understand the criminal mind and determine the best approach to tackle crimes in society.
I ain't mad at that still. I'm not mad at that. They can take all of those profiles, all of that information, and then figure out the criminal element and how to do something about it. Kind of a plus. No?
AI-driven analytics.
Yo, every time the music changes, I get more scared, yo.
Could enhance the device's functionality, optimizing future procedures based on gathered data and insights.
Look at this shit, man. That's your brain right there. It's scanning you, fam.
Procedures based on gathered data and insights. Cognify could feature encrypted storage for sensitive prisoner information and rehabilitation data. A compact and portable design would allow Cognify to be used anywhere in the world. It would be constructed with durable materials to withstand frequent use.
Travel pack right there, fam.
Its energy-efficient design would ensure long operational life, reducing the need for frequent recharges. It would have the ability to integrate seamlessly with other prison systems.
Hold on, is this an ad? How much is this shit gonna sell for? Are they gonna put a price tag at the end of this video?
Systems like security cameras and biometric identification.
What?
Once the
What?
With other prison systems like security cameras and
hold on, what is
use. Its energy-efficient design would ensure long operational life, reducing the need for frequent recharges. It would have the ability to integrate seamlessly with other prison systems like security cameras and biometric identification.
Wow. That is some deep shit right there. I feel like we're already using this. We're watching something that's already happening. You know that, right, gang? This is happening right now.
Therapy session is concluded, family members of the subject could be provided with a comprehensive report on the new artificial memories that have been implanted, offering them a chance to adjust.
And it's probably not happening at the scale that people think that I'm thinking right now. Like, I'm not saying it's happening with thousands and hundreds of thousands of inmates, but they're trying it on a few. For us to be seeing this, that means they've tried it on a few inmates already.
Just to the subject's new, positive personality traits. The subject is then released back into society to start a new life away from crimes. The Cognify concept could revolutionize the criminal justice system by significantly
I estimate they probably tried this on about 100 people already, at least, maybe even 1,000. It's not a lot in the whole grand scheme of billions of people in the world. Okay, you have 350 million people in the United States alone. Let's try this on 1,000 people, 1,000 inmates, see what happens. Put them out in the street. Let's keep track of them over the next 5 years and see if they recidivize. And if not, then hey, our experiment worked.
Reducing the need for long-term incarceration and its associated costs. Traditional prisons require substantial budgets for construction, maintenance, staffing, and prisoner care.
Okay, we don't have to get into all that. Yeah, I must stand on that. I think that some of this stuff right here, they're already implementing it. Maybe not implementing it. Let me reuse my words. They've experimented on a few prisoners already, and you know, hey, we'll let you know before we really do the super hard launch on this. It's a soft launch right now. Okay, we're not going to go crazy. It's on a few social media posts. Yeah, we made a YouTube video about it. But listen, don't get it too excited. We ain't, you know, we're something that we're thinking about. We're not doing it. And then give it about 5 years. Now that they've worked out the kinks, they've been able to keep track of their prisoners. Maybe, I'm not even going to say a whole 10 years. That takes too long, man. We need to get this shit on the street right now. But on the flip side of it, prisons will lose money. Private prisons that are going on in the United States will lose money in the billions. Okay, so I don't know if this is something that the world is ready for. If somebody really wants this, if this is something that they can do ethically, which right now it doesn't look like it's really ethical to be able to just go up in people's brains, manipulate them, change the way that they think, and then now they're not going to do crimes anymore. That's kind of scary. However, if we can get around the ethical part of it, and then people are cool with it, oh well, they're prisoners anyway. Let them, you know, if they want to do it, then that's on them. Fine, y'all go do that. Now, if this actually works, know that there's going to be way less prisons, and I don't know if the government wants that. Okay, it's kind of counterproductive to their quote unquote ulterior motives and big plan. So we'll see what happens. You know, this is something that's new to me, so I'll keep you guys posted as we get new developments on it. And yeah, you know, do what the homie was saying earlier. Just don't do crime, so you won't even have to worry about these options right here. You know, do I take the chip? Do I take the blue pill or the red pill? Like, nah, fam, just don't do any crimes. You'll be good. I think I'm gonna leave it there. Like I said, I'm not gonna cover this Toronto chairboy shit. I got an interview that's dropping tomorrow morning on all listening platforms, and it's going to be available on all streaming on YouTube tomorrow at 6 p.m. Now, let me just show y'all something quick before we get out of here. Because when it comes to tomorrow's interview, I want y'all to make sure to tap into this. This is very interesting. This is not the regular run-of-the-mill, I got some drama going on, and a rapper is going to go expose some other rapper's paperwork. And thank you to the new members that popped in, that joined during this live. I appreciate y'all to the max. Where is my members section? So Mayor Dion Narine is this gentleman right here.
We love hip hop.
All right.
Still and not go like this.
He's the one sitting in the middle right here. He's 16 years old, if I'm not mistaken. But by the time he was 15, he was out there driving race cars, going 200 kilometers per hour. I don't know what that is in miles, but little bro drives fast. And it boggled my mind because I'm like, how are you able to do this? He's done the Indy 500 over here in Toronto, and not be able to drive a car, not be legally able to have a license to drive a car on road. So
0.3 G's is what they can handle.
Yeah.
And we're pulling about 4.
And G's, right? You got to understand, like, the people who are watching this and myself, we're laymen, right? So are you talking about the G force?
Yeah, so we're on 1 G right now. We're on 1 gravity.
Yes.
When we're going through a corner, we have lots of downforce, so it's pushing us into the ground. When we're turning right, everything wants to go left. Everything.
So he's gonna give us an explanation on just how it goes with the whole driving thing. Anytime you see those guys going into Indy 500 or the NASCAR or anything like that, and you wanted to know what it's like to be inside of one of those cars and the amount of even exercise that they have to do to even be able to drive those cars, because there's a physical process as well. He's going to break that down. He's also going to give us some information on how he even got into doing this at such a young age. Like, this kid has been driving, and I can call him a kid. Like, he's a kid. He's not even an adult yet. He's a kid. This kid's been driving since he's like 13 years old. And how they went from go-kart driving, which is a big competition, I didn't know, to Indy driving. So tap into that. The audio, like I said, is going to be available tomorrow morning at 3 a.m. Video drop-in over here. We're premiering at 6 p.m. No drama tomorrow, okay? We just giving good information. All right, so if y'all want good information, tap in. Until then, we are off of this, though. Deuces.